We're going live. You're live.
The livening has incurred.
Yes, yes. It's the wrong one. I'm going to copy that, close that. I want Edge. I don't, whatever that was, I don't care. Okay, we have that. I need to blow my nose, so I'm going to...
Welcome to Two Guys Talk Tech.
Yeah. I'm going to mute myself. And now you can hear me blow my nose through Caradog's mic. There we go. Okay. Hi.
You did it. You're ready. You're prepared. You're present.
I don't have a cold. I'm too pretty to get sick.
I don't have a cold. I have a chili.
I see. Yes, hello. We're fashionably late. All right, hello. We're back. That mute hardly helped. Good, I guess.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I guess it was more of a trying to be polite, I say, not even bothering to turn away as I blow my nose. But whatever. All right. But Graham was wearing a winter hat. Not yet, although, man, I've got hat hair something fierce, even though I have not actually been wearing a hat. But
hold on, I must make myself pretty.
I need my natural bed head, man. Yeah, that's going to need a hairbrush to fix. But yeah. Winston coming in. Can we all acknowledge Caradog wearing a t-shirt? I just said this. As Caradog took off...
Branded.
Yep. As Caradog took off his Adamant IT hoodie and to reveal the Adamant IT t-shirt underneath it, I was like, you are remarkably casual today. So, yeah. So
branded merch is reminding everyone that merch is available.
It is, and as a special treat, I might actually add more of it at some point. But yeah. Have we got a command for merch? Good luck.
We'll see.
Hey, it works.
Also, one of those two is also from memory.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's for, but yes.
Might be on cooldown, but yeah. Oh well. Anyway.
One of them should be something for something. Rather.
Yes. Hello, everyone. So yes, Caradog, how was Monaco?
It was good. It was good. It was fresher than I expected.
Understandable.
There was even snow in the air on Thursday.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I actually don't know if they get snow in Monaco or not. I
mean, they did on Thursday.
Oh, fair enough. Cool. Yep. I wasn't sure if you were doing a bit or not.
I was there. I saw it. What is this? 1984 Rule 1: disbelieve the information that you see with your own eyes.
Very good. All right. Good. Yes. Well. Yeah. We are now back. The gang is back together again. So yeah, I've got various bits to do today. I've got a stack of Latitudes that I want to refurbish. I've got a couple of graphics cards to put in a couple of gaming PCs, and I've got a couple of I've got a couple of crap Latitudes that need their display assemblies rebuilding. So I'm just gonna kind of sit and do that while we waffle, I guess. So yeah. I also do I want a coffee or do I want water?
Both. Both is an option.
Both? You can't do both.
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Then you need a third drink, and then you'll be the true ADHD drinker.
I mean, I certainly need to drink more. I can tell you that much because I was drinking alcohol last night, and I just completely failed. Like, it somewhere in the back of my brain, my brain was just like, you need to drink water before you go to bed. You've had half a bottle of wine. Now you need to have at least a bottle of water before you go to bed. Otherwise, you're going to wake up in the night and be like, ah! I did not have any water. So I woke up in the middle of the night going, ah! And it's kind of lingered with me all day. So, yeah.
You woke up and went, oh, I'm not 16 anymore.
So, yes. Do you sell the two-tone colour hoodies? No, actually, this one is the rare prototype, the two-tone. I should probably have a look to see if there are any two-tone hoodies available. They might be more expensive. When I set up the merch, I picked out the cheapest options that didn't look crap in order to try and keep the price of the merch down. Because like, I make money on the merch, but also I wanted the actual sale price to be what I think is fair. And I can't remember how much the hoodie is off the top of my head, but I seem to remember that the current one, and the hoodie, the official hoodie it's fine. It's a hoodie, it's like, it is not like the finest hoodie you'll ever buy. However, it's tolerable, and and if my memory serves me, the current hoodie is like 35 quid or something like that, which I think is reasonable personally. So yeah, $44. I don't know what that is in real money. Also, I don't know how much a hoodie costs in America. So like, is $44 good? I don't know, if I'm honest. I based it on what I would pay in UK prices. Let's see. Logo hoodie, fourth down.
Logo hoodie. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, $44.
$44. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that in pounds?
I don't know. I presume they just do a one-to-one conversion.
Yeah, it's going to be about that.
Yeah,
33 pounds. Oh, okay, yeah.
34 pound.
Yeah. It's about, that seems about right for merch. And yeah, Jessica, like, it's going to be a little bit expensive because it's merch. Because at the end of the day, the fair price would be like the base cost price, but ultimately I'm selling just-in-time merch here. If you want to do something that is really high quality at a really aggressive price, you have to manufacture and then sell, and that requires warehousing and logistics, which absolutely not getting involved in that.
I greatly enjoy your description.
Oh, my description. I did not give a shit when I was writing the descriptions.
Hoodies are comfy.
Yeah.
You can put your hands and stuff in the front pocket.
Yeah. And also it's got a hood. Yeah. Like, I think the t-shirt one is the best. The t-shirt one is just like, it's a t-shirt. I don't know what you're expecting to find here. Yeah, it's a t-shirt. I don't need to explain this. Like, no, I don't know what blend of cotton it is. I'm sorry. It's a t-shirt. But yeah, I should probably have someone who knows a bit more about clothing at some point, like maybe Sai or something, go through the options and say, here's the one that will actually be a really high quality one, and do like the high quality version. Say this one's more expensive, but it's like a really high quality garment. So if you care about that, then buy this one.
I went through that on the hoodies, and the issue I had with the couple of the nice high quality hoodies is they stopped, or at the time the only sizing that was available was 2 extra small up to large.
Oh, not even an XL.
Yeah, and I was like, that's a weird sizing range to have.
Yeah, because like, I'm a large.
Yeah.
So like, if you don't even do an XL, that, like, what the hell are we talking about, I
was like, is this actually just Asian sizes converted?
Yeah, it must be. Yeah, because,
do not wear if you're over 5'5" tall.
Yeah. So, yeah. Graham, Steam Machine price prediction. $800.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
I was going to say I'm going to be sorely disappointed and say it's far too expensive and it's going to come in at $500.
Okay, no, I lie. $700.
Because only because in 2 different interviews, Steam employees said they expect it to be priced around the PlayStation 5. Or sorry, the current premium best-selling console.
So PS5 Pro.
Maybe. But it's also the case of it has.
I don't know what this face is.
Yeah, but it also has the specifications of a £400 computer.
This is the problem with the new Steam hardware. Like, okay, so let's take pricing out of the conversation for a second. I'm really excited for all the new products. I think they look really good. I think they're a good compromise. My beef with I'm going to call it the Gabe Cube because I think that's really, really funny. My beef with the Gabe Cube is the 8 gigs of VRAM. That's a mistake. I don't know what to tell you, Gaben. That's a mistake. You know.
Also, making it weaker than a 6600 is a mistake.
Yeah, it's just not fast enough. So, apart from that, but also like as a console that is designed, it is clearly designed to play indie titles that are not super demanding.
The problem is they said it's going to be a AAA 4K 60 machine. I'm like, no,
yeah,
it's not.
No,
not even
ain't.
close.
Yeah.
If by AAA you mean for the Xbox 360 AAA, then yeah.
And this is the problem. Okay, so yeah, I mean, well, my opinion is slightly coloured by the Steam frame because I am very excited about that. However, I think both the Steam frame and the Gabe Cube are going to be disappointingly expensive. I think they are very interesting products. Yeah, the Gabe Cube, not enough horsepower, and I think it's going to cost too much for what horsepower it is. If it comes out and the price is really aggressive, like Steam Deck aggressive, then I think we can forgive it because we can be like, okay, look, the Steam Deck wasn't really... The Steam Deck was kind of meh in performance when it came out, but it was really aggressively priced.
But it was good because the performance for the price was good. It's ultimately a case of still, it matters what the price is.
Yeah.
And if it comes in at £400, then that's a completely different conversation to it coming in at £700 or £800.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's the thing. So, yeah, based on that, I think my 700 is a bit... No, I think that's a bit out there. I think it will be lower than that. But
yeah, but that's also kind of...
I think, either way, I think it's going to be more expensive than people want it to be.
Yeah.
And because same with the Steam frame is... I can't see a world where the Steam frame is going to be less than $800. Because the problem is that you look at the spec and the product and you're like... Okay, this is a Quest 3 on steroids, and it's got there's some pros and cons between the Quest 3 and the Steam frame, but then you look at the controllers for the Steam frame, and you're like, okay, it's got extra buttons on it. Love the controllers for the Steam frame. The split gamepad controllers, yes, because VR controllers don't have enough buttons on them, just for reasons unknown. VR controllers just do not have enough buttons because they're like, oh, but you've got the grips and the triggers. Like, no, but you need those. Those are always reserved for do the thing and hold the thing. So you instantly lose those in any game you're playing just for having a hold the thing, activate the thing control, you know. And now immediately you're down to 3 buttons per controller, which is the stick click and your 2 face buttons. Yeah. And 3 buttons per controller, that's not a lot of buttons, you know, for a gamepad. Like, obviously, when you compare that to a gamepad, you've got 4 face buttons on both sides because you've got a D-pad and you have shoulder bumpers and triggers. So that's effectively 6 buttons per side. A VR controller is... And also you've got the stick click. So actually that's... that's 7 buttons per side of the controller, whereas a VR controller has 3 per side. You know, so yeah. Anyway, so the Steam frame controllers having a D-pad on one side and 4 face buttons on the other, awesome. I love it. However, also it's got finger tracking, and with finger tracking on every one of those buttons as well, those controllers are gonna be expensive. And
they're also gonna give you a lot more effective buttons than the actual physical number, because obviously if a button can be
a modifier,
if you can have finger touching button, button pressed, button held, button released, finger off of button kind of thing, if you can have that degree of measuring each point of each press, you could in theory assign different controls to them.
Yes, theoretically, yes. Although I wouldn't be super reliable on that. Finger tracking is more useful just for visual feedback in the game, just so your hand in the game is doing the things that your hand in real life is doing, because that greatly increases immersiveness. Immersion. That's the one I'm looking for. Thanks. So yeah.
Like the paint.
Yeah. Either way, the point is, Steam frame, those controllers are going to be expensive. That wireless HDMI streaming is expensive. a lot of yeah.
What is it using for that? Is it not just using wide gig?
Some kind of, I don't know if it's using some kind. It might be Steam's implementation of that, but it's some kind of magic zero latency HDMI streaming.
Yeah.
The point is, the Steam frame is a Quest 3 on steroids, but I think it's going to be twice the price of the Quest.
How much is a Quest?
Quest is £400, about $400. I think it's going to be $800 for the Steam frame.
Yeah.
And
will the Steam frame have a better screen?
No. It's slightly better. It's like 2160 by 2160, and the Quest 3 is like 2160 by 2048 or something like that. It is
okay. Wow.
There. It doesn't matter. And they've both got pancake lenses. They're both LCD, so the visual quality is gonna be basically identical. The Quest 3 though has full color pass-through that is legitimately not industry leading but extremely good. The Steam frame will have black and white pass-through that might be okay. It's good enough so you don't. It's good enough for you to be able to move your chair while you're trying to play the game. I don't know, but like for me, I'll go and make a coffee in pass-through mode while I'm in VR. Don't know if I'll be able to do that with black and white cameras. And people are just like, oh, but you can modify it and stuff. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I appreciate that can be done, but I'm judging the product on what it is when I buy it.
Yeah.
And the Quest 3, I think, is going to be half the price with full color pass-through, the same visual fidelity, and can also do wireless with. There will be some delay and there is some compression, but it's pretty good. You have to be pixel peeping to see the compression, assuming you're using virtual desktop. If you're using like Steam Link or the Quest 3 Air Link thing, those are garbage. But when you're using virtual desktop, where you're pushing like, on virtual desktop, you can push like, a 120 megabit stream to the thing.
Nice.
So it's just like you don't see compression at that bit rate. You know? This is the thing. I think the Steam frame looks awesome, and I really want one, but I think it's just going to be too expensive compared to a Quest 3.
Yeah, that was the only thing I quite liked about the Cosmos, or one of the other HTC ones, is that they had IR pass through as well. So it's just a case of obviously if you're in a dark environment, you still had, because it had the IR to do the tracking of the controllers, it just used the same IR illumination for the cameras. Yeah, that's actually a big advantage of the Steam frame as well. Those black and white cameras can see in the dark, and it does actually use IR blasters to illuminate the room. And that is pretty good because that means that you basically don't have to worry about light leakage because you can just turn off the room lights. That doesn't help you during the day, but whatever, pull your curtains, and that's also good because at the moment, all the high-end headsets where people are super into getting rid of light leakage and stuff, they're running perfectly fitting face gaskets. And I tell you what you get with that is you get swamp eye. And like I have heard stories of people using like the Bigscreen Beyond 2 with the full like molded face gasket and everything, where it is literally a matter of you lift the headset and sweat drips out from the headset kind of thing, because you just have sealed your eyes in. And I'm just like, no, not for me, chief. I can't be dealing with that. So the idea of the Steam frame not needing a perfect seal because you can just use it in the dark kind of solves that problem. And and it also just solves the overheating problem, because a lot of people I know, like I've got quite a few friends who are going the opposite way around and are getting rid of the face gasket and going with halo mounts. So they just have a floating HMD that is just there, and they just don't worry about the light leakage. That doesn't work for me, but it's an interesting concept. But so yes. But yeah, at any rate, I think the new Steam hardware looks very interesting, but I think all of it is going to be more expensive than people would like it to be. I will stand to be corrected. If it comes out and the price is amazing, then I will sing Gaben's praises. Like if the Steam frame comes out at £600, I think I'll buy one. I think that's my commitment. If it's 600 quid,
I think I'll buy a Steam frame and sell my Quest 3 because I like everything else about it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Because I would like to get rid of Meta because I have to have a burner Facebook account to use my Quest 3. And B, also just the Steam frame, the weight distribution on it is going to be amazing because of that rear mount battery. That's going to make a huge difference to comfort. And also those controllers, I'm really into those controllers. I also really like that the Steam frame controller takes AA batteries. A lot of people turned up their nose at that. You're wrong. AA batteries are fine. Just buy rechargeables. It's not hard. Just buy rechargeables. Like, I use rechargeables in mine. I use my headset at least once a week for 4+ hours, and I have to swap the batteries out every couple of months, and I just take the set out of the charger and put the flat ones into the charger. You know,
that's pretty good runtime, given that I certainly know that you don't do 15 minutes of VR a month.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not a problem. This is a solved problem. Like, I'm assuming that those fancy Steam frame controllers are going to be a bit more thirsty.
Yeah.
But even still, if you get decent rechargeables, you're going to change them out once every couple of weeks at worst, and you have, you've got one battery per controller. So you buy a set of 4 batteries, you have 2 in the charger, 2 in the controllers. So when the batteries go low, you take them out, you swap them out. It's not a problem. It's only an issue because, Linus had a big old rant about this on the WAN show, where he was just like, everyone has forgotten that rechargeable AA's exist. And everyone is still using disposable AA's. And I'm like, oh my God, please stop. So yeah. I would hope that Steam would be sending you a review sample. No. Although I still want to make a VR video and hope and maybe start currying favour with the VR scene, because I am interested in it. And I'm not mega into the VR scene, but I am very interested in it. And also I feel like I can do good points of interest for VR because I have used it for both gaming and for actual AR use, because while I had sciatica, I spent 6 months lying on my living room floor using virtual desktop on my Quest because I couldn't sit at a desk. So yeah.
Is the Bigscreen Beyond still considered kind of the premium HMD?
Yes, as far as anyone is concerned, the Bigscreen Beyond 2 is the king of headsets at the moment. They're kind of unobtainium because there's a wait list to get one, or you order one and you're going to be waiting a few months, but also it seems to be very hit and miss. As I say, there's people sort of figuring out the seal problems, and also I had one of my friends got a Bigscreen Beyond 1 and sent it back after a week because he just couldn't get the sweet spot right. I don't know if that was a skill issue or not. I don't think it was, because he's an experienced VR user, but he was just couldn't get the sweet spot right. And for those of you who don't know what that means, because you're looking through 2 lenses, you're effectively looking through a pair of binoculars, and when you look through a pair of binoculars, you've got to align them to your eyes just right. Otherwise you get otherwise you can't focus correctly, and you've got a black edge of the lens and things like that. So the sweet spot is when everything is aligned correctly and everything comes into sharp focus. And if you can't get the sweet spot right, it just doesn't work. That's mission critical. And a lot of hay with the comfort of a VR headset is how easy it is to land on the sweet spot. When you've got it right, you should just put the headset on and just go, tighten, and you're just there. Whereas when it's going wrong, is you're sort of constantly going, trying to get it comfortable and get the sweet spot lined up, So yeah. So yes. The rechargeable officials. Oh, they're official ones. Yeah, about 600 to 700 milliamp hours. Yeah,
for AA's, that seems really small.
Yeah.
Just because I've no idea.
I was going to say, yeah, AA should be 1200 milliamp hours, assuming NiMi. Yeah, a nickel metal hydride AA battery should be 1200 milliamp hours, unless I'm mistaken. Maybe more. Maybe.
I was going to say Eneloads are certainly up to 2,000 to 2,500 for double A's.
The other possibility.
So I would expect official ones to be 1,800. So weird.
The other possibility, and I'd have to look into this, is if they've got official ones that are only like 700 or 800 milliamp hour, they might be constant voltage like lithium ions.
Oh,
and
maybe.
that would be an extremely Chad move if they're doing constant voltage lithium ions, because that's a very different animal. For those of you who don't know, a standard rechargeable AA is nickel metal hydride, NiMi. Advantage, cheap, drop-in replacement.
Kind of.
Yeah. Disadvantage, they're 1.2 volt nominal, not 1.5 volt nominal. So your device always says that the battery is low while you're using them, because they read as being like 40% capacity compared to normal ones. And also they're kind of heavy. They're not devastatingly heavy, but they're kind of heavy. Constant voltage lithium ion is a lithium ion AA, which is 3.7 volt nominal with a built-in voltage regulator that chops it down to 1.5 volt constant voltage. Advantage. The advantage of them is because it has a voltage regulator, it maintains 1.5 volts for the entire duration and then goes when it's flat. So you get the entire capacity of the cell. Other advantage, they're really lightweight. They're as light as cheap pound shop batteries. So they will make your controllers really lightweight. Disadvantage, because they use that voltage regulator, you cannot measure how well charged they are. It is 1.5 volts and then they die. So you don't know. There's no, and I'm not aware of any, unless they have made some kind of custom ones that can communicate with the device. I'm not aware of any method of measuring the current state of charge on these cells.
Yeah, because it's a voltage regulator, you can change the voltage it's regulating to, can't you?
Yeah, so I suppose
it's in theory possible for there to be logic in the not necessarily in the regulator, but in the device to go. The cell voltage has now gone past below 3.7. Reduce the output to 1.4.
Yeah.
It's now gone to 3.25. Go to 0.9 volt sort of thing.
Yeah, if they dialed in a voltage curve, then that would be super cool, because then they could dial in a voltage curve so it emulates the behavior of a standard AA. And that would be extremely cool. There was a company on Kickstarter who their PR representatives reached out, and I said, I am really, really, really interested in doing a dedicated video on these batteries, because they were making some really nice constant voltage batteries with a really nice charger. Like, this charger was, as per their advertisement, the charger could charge any rechargeable battery. So NiCad, NiMi, constant voltage lithium ion, anything rechargeable, you just put it in there and it just auto detects and charges it. And when it detects it's up to full, it automatically drops through into a drawer underneath. So you just pull out the drawer and take a fresh battery out. It just yeah, but it was cool. So the idea is you just have a bunch of batteries and there's a little drawer. So just every time you need fresh batteries, you just take some out of the drawer. And when you've got empty batteries, you put it in there. And when it's charged, they just drop into the drawer. And I'm like, I think that's cool, man. I think that's cool.
I don't want to know how much that product would be. That's the issue.
Yeah, I mean, all they need is a little thing that just goes on the battery contacts for it to drop through.
Maybe.
You know.
But also just the fact of that's moving parts and the auto detect and all of that. And
maybe. Either way, it looks really cool. And I'm really sad that they didn't get back to me, because, you know, I replied to their email and I'm like, as someone who uses constant voltage lithium ion cells, I actually understand this product that you're pitching, and I am really passionate about these things because no one knows what constant voltage cells are, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway though, but yes, the point is, if the Steam Frame official ones are like 700 or 800 milliamp hours, entirely likely that they're constant voltage cells. That would explain the apparent low capacity, because they're 3.7 nominal, and if you do the maths on that, it actually works out as not as much as a high-end NiMi, but comparable to a high-end NiMi.
What? Because it's actually 850 at 3.7,
exactly,
not 850 at 1.2.
If you do the maths on that, the milliwatt hours is about the same or comparable. But as I say, the sucky thing about them is as I say, they need to start making constant voltage cells that mimic the discharge curve of a AA, because or at least just have a steep cliff where it still functions but shows critically low. Yeah, because the problem is like,
so users
when my VR controllers, when the batteries go flat, I actually always have a moment of confusion where I'm like, what the hell, my controller's not tracking properly, and it's just sort yourself out, controller. And there's a moment of confusion where it seems to be just not functioning properly, and then you go like, oh, the battery's died, and then you're like, oh, okay, fine, that's reasonable. But that is not a great user experience, but you kind of get used to it. But also, again, because of this, you have to have a spare set, because there is no warning when they die.
Yeah.
So, But yes, at any rate, I don't. If their official ones are like 700 or 800 milliamp hours, they are almost certainly constant voltage lithium ions, and that would be a very good thing. That means they're really good. So
Yes.
Yes.
Have you reached a decision on your coffee yet?
Yes, I will have both. So I'm going to quickly put the kettle on. So yes, just finishing up the conversation by reading through chat super quick. You can get 1.5 volt NIMIs, but they're stupid expensive. Fair, yeah. And yeah, mate uses for his Magic Leap keyboard because they're very voltage sensitive. Oh, that must be annoying. Yeah. Again, again, tell your friend about constant voltage lithium ions, because that would probably do him a lot, because he'll have a battery that will just do 1.5 volt until it's actually dead. There's no trail off on them, which if you're using a device which is sent, like for example with a torch, you kind of want the torch to be at maximum brightness until it's done. So again, having that cliff edge drop off can be an advantage, as long as it doesn't matter that there's no warning when the battery dies. If you need a warning, then it's a pain in the ass. But for me, like I said, it's a slight inconvenience, but I'm just like, oh, the batteries are flat. I'll change the battery.
Do you use constant voltage batteries?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, I've got constant voltages in my VR controllers.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew you were faffing around trying to find 14.
Oh yeah, 14500 lipos. Those are for my VR trackers. Those are not. Those are lithium ion primary. So 3.7 volt nominals. Yeah.
Yeah, because I knew you were trying to find them.
Yes.
But decent quality ones for ages, and I couldn't remember what that was for.
Yes, those are for my trackers, for my custom design. Those are slightly interesting, but wouldn't recommend them at this point, because the ones I've got just, they haven't aged very well. Their capacities seem to have dipped, and my custom-made trackers, now the Adamant IT design ones, they struggle to get through a 4-hour session. So I've actually been using my modified Meow carriers, which is a customized version that I did for those, which have about 1 amp hour cells in them. And those do like 12 hours kind of thing. So I'm just like, forget about it, So right, I'm going to put on the kettle super quick. Entertain the chat. Are you having a coffee?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
What even was it that we were doing? So you said something about latitudes at some point, and then
I'm going to start refurbing some latitudes. Then we've got I actually asked the chat what they want to see. I've got laptops to reassemble. We've got to reassemble some screen assemblies. I've got latitudes that I've got to refurbish and clean up, or I've got a couple of gaming PCs to put some power supplies and graphics cards in and just finish making them ready.
Yes.
What do we want to do, chat?
Laptops, desktops. That is the choice. Also just general assembly work on either. Yes. Repair. Yes. There will be an element of repair by the fact that things will, fingers crossed, work at the end of it. Steve Higgins wants to see something explode. I don't think that will be an option. There is nothing to explode. Yes. It certainly looks like everyone's voting for desktops. The people just not like laptop repair anymore. All of the above. Thank you, CivLab. I want to see Graham put a cooler on wrong again. Is this a reference to a previous stream? Did Graham do an incorrect assembly?
Am I muted because I'm rustling a lot?
Yes, you are now.
Cool, thank you.
He's gone away. He's run away. Yes. Laptops have batteries to explode. No, I don't like that one. The gentle rustling from the distance. Yes. We want to see chat not answering a simple question, so Graham gets amusingly irritated again.
That's very funny.
Thank you, Winston. Yes. I burnt my basement down my basement with a lipo fire. 0 out of 10 wouldn't recommend. Yes, I too agree that basement fires from lipo should be avoided. I'd love to see Graham struggle switching from his editing software to something more modern. It will happen at some point, I'm sure. Probably at the point where Vegas doesn't install on Windows anymore. Yes, true. Basement fires in general should be avoided, but I feel also just like fires in your houses should be avoided. When hell freezes. Yeah, exactly, that one. Wow. Managed to set fire to your basement, but not trigger the smoke detectors because of the HEPA system. Good God. I mean, that kind of demonstrates the fact that you know that your air filtration system functions, just possibly ever so slightly too well. What fire safety equipment does Graham have in his shop? I know he's got at least one ABC powder fire extinguisher, and also just a case of throw it outside on the street. But yes, there's at least one ABC powder fire extinguisher in here, and that's about it. He came.
I mean, you knew I would.
There we go. The answer is you're doing desktops.
Okay. All right. Huh. Cool. Right. So what I'll do, I'm going to grab the white Corsair over there, and I'm going to put that in it, and hopefully this 6800 will work, where the one last week was crap and didn't work.
You actually sent it back?
I did. Well, no, that's a lie. I have opened the return, and the return has been accepted, and it is boxed up. I just need to take it to the post office.
So when I ask you on Tuesday morning, you will have taken it to the post office?
Yes.
Good.
Yes. And also, I want to acknowledge the fact that that was a very roundabout way of saying, no, I have not sent it back. But with the defensive note of, but I have made steps towards sending it back, and it is on the path to being sent back.
Did you clean your coffee machine out? Just because there seems to be more
Froth.
Or is it just because the bags are fresh?
So 2 things. Number 1, yes, the coffee machine, I deep cleaned the coffee machine since the last time you've been here. And also, these are the actual Sensio bags, not the Amazon knockoff ones. And going on to these, I'm just like, yeah, the Amazon ones were shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was always a little bit dubious about the Amazon ones. And I think I tried them because but also like, I think the reason why the coffee machine was making really trash tier coffee was just it had not actually been cleaned out. Like obviously I clean the front end plastics now and then, but it hadn't actually like been descaled and everything in a long time. And I did the full descaling, and like I was not gentle with it, you know. So like I put in a lot of descaler, like it sat in there, and then I ran it through and then left it again and then ran it through. And like I cycled like 20 times, and like the same descaling agent, after it pumped it through, I then just put that back in the back again, and was just like, again, you know. And yeah, after that, in a surprise to no one, the coffee tastes better. So yeah.
You did it.
Put it in the ultrasonic. Actually not a bad idea for the plastics, at least. But yeah.
Oh, not the coffee bag.
No. Do not the coffee bag into the forbidden Gatorade. So
How do you make your coffee? Well, I take 2 coffee bags and I put them in my ultrasonic cleaner.
Not in the state the ultrasonic is in at the moment. The current ultrasonic fluid is murky. It is like when I used it last week, I was just like, ugh, I should probably change this out, you know. Is this coffee taste better because it's still descaler? Oh no, I that's why I had to cycle it like 20 times, because yeah, it takes a long time to pump the taste of the descaler out of it. I have made that mistake in the past with that machine, and now I know that you have. It was kind of funny because Andy ACS had come over for a chat because of just follow up on his PC, and I was just like, oh, talk to me in the kitchen because I'm cleaning my coffee machine, you know. And so I was pumping just water through the coffee machine and then going, and then sort of going, and then pouring it away and doing another one. He's like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I'm descaling it, and you've got to smell. You've got to do the sniff test to see if it still smells of the descaler. You know. How far from the shop is the post office? Literally across the street. But that's still hard work. Hard is hard, all right? Anyway.
So where's that desktop?
Yes. I will go and get it now. Question, what do you run in your ultrasonic when you're cleaning boards? Distilled water or something more purpose-made? So let me quickly check, because I think I need to check if I've got another bottle of fluid, actually, because if I'm going to change it out, I need to know if I need to buy more stuff. What's that? Glass cleaner. Oh, no, it looks like I do need some more stuff. Yeah. So the stuff I've used in the past, I've used distilled water that I get from Tesco, because you can buy 2.5 litre bottles of distilled water from Tesco, so I buy just a bunch of those. And then these are the 2 last ones I've used. I've got bestultrasonic.co.uk flux remover additive. So this is specifically designed to clean off flux and stuff like that. Or another one I've used in the past, this one was from Amazon. This is Ultrasonic Pro, a touch of sparkle, removes flux and soiling from circuit boards. So again, this one specifically mentions it itself as a flux remover. So yeah, because a lot of the ultrasonic fluids you'll see are for like degreasing and stuff like that, for people who are fixing cleaning engine parts. And I'm like, that's not what I'm doing. However, yeah, both the last ones I've bought specifically mention that they are designed to remove flux. So flux remover stuff does exist, yeah, as I say, I've got a bestultrasonic.co.uk one here, and this one was an Amazon one, I think. So
did you do a side-by-side on whether the additives were noticeably additive?
No, yeah, I don't know.
In the sense of just between using like just distilled water or tap water or whatever.
No, but I'm 99% certain it does make a big difference. Like, I would be extremely surprised if the additives weren't doing anything. But yeah, they're not super expensive. It's about 10 or 15 quid for one of these or something like that. It like
fair. And certainly if it lasts a couple of months.
Yeah, the water is the biggest cost for me because yeah, I have to just buy have to just buy the water in 2.5 litre bottles from Tesco at a couple of quid a shot, and because I've got a 20 litre old cleaner, it actually ends up costing me about 20 or 30 pounds for the water and the additive to refill it all. And but I do have an obnoxiously big cleaner. But the advantage of that is that I can just take an ATX motherboard and just go sploosh into it, which I don't do very often, but it's nice to have that ability.
Yeah, and you always do that by throwing it in from the doorway.
Yes. There's actually a video coming up that involves me ultrasonicking a board, and I don't have any B-roll for that, so it's just that clip will appear again, and I can start the ongoing joke of just every time I say, so I put it in the ultrasonic, sploosh, you know. I also didn't want to do an extended clip because there's a I mentioned this in the Discord when I first did that, but there's one of my favourite YouTubers is Folding Ideas, Dan Olson, and he did a series of videos analysing the 50 Shades of Grey movies. And as part of that, you know, he compares sections of the book to the movies and stuff like that. And at the end of it, he's doing a roundup where he's saying words to the effect of, yeah, so the books are a load of shit kind of thing. And he finishes it, slaps the book shut, and throws it. And then there's a clips of it just flying across the screen through woods and across streets and stuff like that, and finally landing in the Bow River. And so it just goes splosh. It's very funny. And I want to reproduce that. Let's see. Don't tell anyone, but I've used distilled water and dish soap with good results. I've heard that dish soap works just fine, and most of the additives are just dish soap and maybe something else. I've not been brave enough to just chuck dish soap in, but I've heard the same thing. However, because it's like 10 quid for one and I change it maybe once a year, I'm just like, whatever. I don't use mine that much, but if I used it all the time and I was changing it multiple times a year, I would probably start looking for cheaper solutions. So yeah. So yes.
Is this a specific build that someone's bought, or is this going on display?
This is going on display. So yeah, I've got 3 builds on the go at the moment, which are all I've got 3 builds on the go at the moment. There's intended to be a low, medium, and high build. I've got a low build where I've got like an A620 motherboard in there, and I've put a slightly smaller cooler in there, and I'm using I've got a crap set of RAM which I'm going to swap out into that one, because I'm now going to start hoarding the 6000 CL30 kits I've got, because I've got like 4 CL630 I've got 4 6000 CL30 RAM kits, and those are now gold dust. So I'm like, okay, we're taking the nice kit out of the low-end PC now.
Yeah.
You know.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, this is going to be the medium one, and I've got a Radeon 6800 to put in it. And the high-end one, I've got a 9070 XT to go in there.
Nice.
So yeah, and so most of these PCs are mostly built, because I've just been putting bits in them here and there. So I basically just need to finish them off. Satisfying. I wanted something slightly newer than a 6800 for this one, but just the prices on stuff just weren't really very inspiring at the moment. I was going to put a B580 in the low end one. However, Overclockers stuffed up my... No, that's not fair. Overclockers didn't stuff up my order. My account with Overclockers was busted, and it resulted in the order being sent back. And I was just like, just refund me. I can't be asked. I will buy one another time. So, yeah. Although I might see if they're the B580 that I purchased at £200, I might see if that bounces back into stock and buy it again.
That's not terrible value.
What are you looking at?
Corsair Vengeance 64 gig kit. It's a 64 gig kit by virtue of being 4x16.
Oh.
For £262, which works out £131 for 32 gig.
Is that 6000 CL30?
62.
Yeah.
62 CL32.
That'd probably do 6000 CL30, wouldn't it?
Well, most boards, most high-end boards will do 6200 without an issue.
Yeah.
So it's a case of if you were, again, looking for a higher-end build, that RAM would work straight Expo, done.
Yeah.
Or, individually, you could just run it at 6032 and
also,
lose
though,
the
like
1%.
if you Expo that at 6200, is it going to tank the memory controller speed, though?
Not on high-end boards.
Okay, yeah. But yeah, you'd need a high-end board to do that.
It's the when you're not building it with an A620.
Still, that's still kind of interesting in a suggestion of just like buy that and split the kit into two 32 gig kits. Yes, that's a very interesting concept. And this is the problem. I'm really stuck at the moment where I'm just like, do I stockpile RAM when I see it at a good price?
Certainly kind of stuff like this where it's decent RAM anyway.
Yeah.
The worst that happens is you sell it.
That's it. Like, it's DDR5, man. It's not going anywhere in a hurry.
Yeah.
Like, even if I'm sitting on it for... Even if I've got that in stock for 18 months, you know, like... The price, who's got that actually? Like, unironically, like
Overclockers. No, there's one on Amazon. Yeah,
is that the advertised price?
Is that the right kit?
And that's the same price. That
dispatch within 3 to 7 months.
Oh,
yeah,
never mind. So they don't actually have it. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
I hate it. Dispatch between 3 to 7 months. That means you don't have it.
Yeah.
So why are you selling it? You clearly don't actually have it.
Yeah.
So yeah. That really annoys me when that happens. If you don't have it, don't advertise it.
Yeah.
Right, this has got some
that's not
sticky
awful
bits on it.
pricing
I'm just
given where the world is. 2x24, 6030 for £218, assuming it's actually in stock. Yeah, no, that's the problem, isn't it? So much stuff is showing as in stock when it's not in stock.
Yeah, and everyone's looking at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Everyone and their dog is doing what we're doing right now, trying to find cheap RAM. And like, I've got 4 kits in stock at the moment. I don't sell that many computers. I might just sit tight for the time being. And if I spot something, then I might opportunistically buy it. But, you know...
I do just love like the returns. The returns are returnable until 31st January 2026. Usually dispatched within 7 months.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might not even have it.
You might not even have it by the time the return window supposedly closes.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it can't. UK law says you have to have 30 days from receipt.
Yes.
Doesn't matter when you order it.
Yeah.
It's upon receipt, but still, just the
You're
way it's written.
You're going to have a mare of a time explaining that to Amazon, though.
No. Well... Maybe, but also the literal response is, I received this today and it's faulty. Therefore, return.
Yeah.
Done.
But
and the system is smart enough to know that the item was delivered on date.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. Yeah, I assumed they would just look at the sale date, you know.
Yeah.
Or at least as a start point.
Yeah.
This still has peels on its fans.
And you find that appealing. Oh, there you go. This one's delivered within 2 months.
Give us bench cam so I can show the people the peels.
Oh, God, imagine if it just... Yeah, as Fluffy Tail says, imagine if it just gave you a refund because of how slow the delivery was. That one. Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
There we go. Come on. Come on. Oh no, this is the moment and I'm choking. All right, here we go. Oh, yes. Ah!
Thanks. The comment I have heard and the comment I have seen is that no one is expecting DDR5 pricing to improve until 2027.
I mean, yeah, because didn't they say that the issue is that manufacturing for all of 2026 has been bought out? So in which case, and if that's the case, then yeah, it's going to take at least a year, isn't it?
Yes. Apparently it's slightly more nuanced than that. And also slightly more nanny the fuck.
Okay.
Apparently what has happened is that 40% of global supply of DRAM wafer starts have been purchased. Not completed modules.
Yeah.
And not completed sticks. The actual wafer starts.
Yes.
So unfinished wafers are what is going to be delivered to OpenAI.
Interesting.
So non-usable product is what's actually going to be used.
What are they doing then?
Hoarding it so other people can't have it. Because if other people can't have it, they can't compete. And therefore OpenAI stays best.
Is that sourced?
Like,
because that's
the order is for wafer starts.
Yeah.
And why would you want wafer starts that you can't use other than to deny other people?
Yeah, because that's like Bond villain levels of villainy.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
apparently another rumor that is completely unsourced but has floated around some of these DRAM companies is that some of the DRAM manufacturing equipment has been purchased, therefore reducing global supply.
Yeah. I mean, unless they've got a bee in their bonnet that they can start rolling their own, but good luck with that.
So if these things are true, it's like,
what the heck?
What?
Yeah. That's wild, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, again, citation needed, but still, if true, that is just cartoonish levels of villainy, you know?
Yeah. It's like, we can't compete on product, but because the amount of money that people are pumping into us, we will just stop other people competing by buying the necessary product.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what?
Whack.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that guy, JD.
I see. Yes, well.
Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that something bubble pops soon. You know. But yeah, still, even still though, yeah, like regardless of this fact, if they bought up that much of the supply for the next year, then yeah, that kind of implies that unless someone spins up new factories in a year, which is no, it takes longer than that, then yeah, it's going to take a year for the prices to recover.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of whack.
Yeah.
I'm going to plug this thing in and see if it works.
It's a wild situation either way, ultimately. And just, yeah. The fuck. After I signed the contract, they moved their pinky to their mouth and laughed.
Not bad.
$1 billion.
No, that was more of a. Who's the guy that played Agent Smith? Yeah, Agent Smith's evil laugh in Matrix Revolutions. There's more of a Hugo Weaving, yeah.
Weaving, even, yeah.
Anyway, All right, let's see if I've bought another lemon.
Yeah. JD might know the answer to this. Is this now the point that DRAM is actually being sold above manufacturing cost, and it isn't just a case of selling it at loss is better than stopping production?
Oh no.
What?
Just remembered, I didn't actually test that other graphics card in another computer. We'll see. We'll see. I might be about to look extremely stupid. Because because look, it's doing the same. If you give us capture again, it's doing the same thing. And everyone's just like, oh, that graphics card has had it. And I'm just like, oh, I'm going to feel really dumb if it's the PC. See fewer notifications. Because it's muck-fucked. Right. Notifications, no, be gone.
What's going on with this?
Unless it's struggling to capture because... Oh, hang on a sec. Let me make sure that the... Oh, it has to be plugged in, yeah.
What are you doing?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay. Right. Right, so we're at 4x
and it's
speed.
Gone.
Oh, yeah, it's struggling to detect because of things.
And
okay.
it's gone.
I tell you what, switch back to bench cam and just pivot the bench cam over to the monitor or something. Oh, I feel really hecking stupid now.
No. What? Oh,
What are the sensors showing?
It's showing 3 megahertz for the GPU clock.
Yeah, let's just actually put a load on it. Make everyone angry because I'm using Heaven instead of actually just using the built-in one. Just see if it does the same thing. I'm going to be so annoyed. It's the same thing. God damn it.
Is that the memory clock?
Yeah. Well, this is what the one last week was doing. Exactly the same symptoms. So there must be something whack with this computer. So yeah. Okay, right. What I'm going to do is shut this down, put this graphics card in another computer and check if it does the same thing. And on the assumption that it doesn't, guess I'm going to unbox that one, confirm that it is in fact not broken, and send a message to the eBay seller and say, very sorry, actually my bad. So yeah.
Yeah.
Extremely annoying. Off stream, can you try the streaming PC GPU? What does this mean? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, you have precisely 4 lanes of PCIe bandwidth.
Yes.
This is entirely incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
What board is this? Is this an A620 board or something?
B650.
Oh, okay.
So it's an MSI B650. Oh, there it is. Pro B650S Wi-Fi. This is basically the B650 gaming Wi-Fi with all of the gaming branding removed.
Yeah.
It's the same board.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. However, clearly there's either something up with this motherboard or some other weird hardware combination because, yeah, same thing. I mean, it's the same model of graphics card, so like non-zero chance that it's some obscure compatibility issue,
Maybe,
but still.
yeah.
Either way, okay, right. I'm going to hit shut down on this and just grab a different PC.
Have you?
Do you want to tilt the bench cam back down again? Because what I'll do actually, I'm going to take the graphics card out and take the SSD out, so I can. I'm going to put the SSD. because we'll test the SSD in another system as well in case it's... I can't see a world where that's a software issue, but this is such a strange problem now that I'm sort of all bets are off, you know.
Yeah.
I'm vexed.
So, is this a new build, effectively?
Yes, every part except the graphics card is brand new, which is why that...
sorry, newly assembled is what I meant to say, as in you haven't had this assembled and working before.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Brand new parts, brand new build, brand new assembly kind of thing. It's done nothing except the testing that I've done with these graphics cards so far.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So yes, we don't actually know if anything works.
Exactly. So yeah, entirely possible that we've got some faulty components
before
here.
You do that, where's the 1060?
The 1060 is in this other machine over here. So sure, we can...
Because I was just going to do that as well.
I'm trying to remember if we put the 1060 in it last week or not, but yeah, we'll find out, I guess. Oops, that's still got a lot of stuff plugged into the back.
Oh no, this is all still plugged in. Crash.
Right. Oh. Yeah, okay, we'll lob the 1060 in there for a second, just do a confidence test, I guess.
Yeah. Just to make sure the world isn't ending.
I mean, as much as this will make me look like a tomfool for not testing the card in a different machine, in a way, I won't be super sad because like, a lot of people were very keen to be like, oh, just send the graphics card back. And I'm like, well, I'd like to make it work because I want the graphics card. I am sad that this doesn't work because I wanted it. I got it for a good price, you know.
Is this the really confusing 5060 or whatever? It's 3060.
Yeah, confusingly large 3060.
I was like, oh, you have an RTX something there.
Yeah, that needs a re-hot GPU, bro, at some point just to see if it comes good. And by re-hot GPU, I mean re-hot VRAM. Just Hail Mary, you know.
Does it actually have a VRAM issue? Was that...
Yeah, it's got a cracked solder joiner in it. It got dropped, basically.
Oh, yeah. The one closest to the slot looked different, didn't it? I think, when we looked at it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like, I'm not holding my breath. It's probably dead, but it's for the sake of just trying to get it up to reflow with a hot air gun.
Yeah.
Got nothing to lose, you know. So yeah, the immortal 1060, real.
I really want to get one of the micro 9060s, 9060 XT 16 gigs. Effectively is your replacement for that.
Yeah, because this thing is getting on. It does, like, I mean, this is just a test card. All this has to do is be a known good, but it would be nice for our known good to be, smooth as silk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's why I thought it was the card. I mean, also, like, non-zero chance I've just bought 2 faulty graphics cards, but what are the chances of them being faulty in exactly the same way? You know?
Ask a really stupid question, but have you reinstalled the graphics card driver? Like, the AMD driver, have you actually manually installed it?
I think I have manually installed it. Like,
okay.
Maybe we do it again just in case, but, like, I think the next thing I want to do is just put the card in a different computer. I just want to swap the cases out.
Yeah, that's done 16 by 3. Sorry, Gen 3 by 16.
Yeah.
So it's done that.
Yeah. I just want to switch to just...
This isn't 11 FPS.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to switch the computers over and just be like, confidence test. Does this thing actually work?
Yeah.
If we know that it works, then we can start troubleshooting what has actually happened here. Because, I still want to put it in this computer. So I'd like to get to the bottom of that, but... Firstly, I want to know if I have just 2 dead graphics cards. Oh,
that looks weirdly fast now compared to what it did a second ago. That's bizarre. Yeah.
All right, let's get all of this out.
Do you have a pre-made image for desktops, or is this a clean install of Windows?
This is a clean install.
Okay.
So yes, because one of the things that I need to do is make a new, fresh install, which was one of the intentions behind this one and the other one. I need to start again because both of them have had some troubleshooting and stuff done on them. But I need a actual new clean install for just basic gaming PC build.
Yeah.
Ugh. Wow. Right.
And is this otherwise same CPU
Yeah.
as that one?
Same CPU, 7500F. This one's got an A620 motherboard in it. But other than that, very similar. And I'm about to, while I'm here, I'm going to quickly chop out the RAM with this kit. This is a 6000 CL36 kit. So I'm going to swap this out for the nice kit that's in there. Because, yeah, this one is intended to go out at a cheaper price. So I'm going to put I'm going to
cheaper kit in it.
Yeah, I'm going to nerf the memory. Because, yeah, which I feel slightly bad about, but also like knowing that we're going into a memory starvation period, I'm like, okay, these things are gold dust now. I'm not putting that in lower end builds, you know.
36, 38, 38, 80.
Yeah, these are the crucial kits that are still kicking around that people, like these were like £130. And people were like, oh, okay, it's better than the rest, I guess. You know, like, like when I purchased this kit, I felt slightly dirty, but also just, again, knowing what prices are doing, I'm just like, what else do I do?
Yeah.
You see them there. I only bought one of them. I didn't put a couple in the cart, but yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we do at this point?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to quickly BIOS reset that as well because I've changed the RAM and it's on Expo.
Not easy to tell. No, I was just looking to see if it'd be easy to see what the actual IC was. And I'm like, that is not an easy to pull apart heat spreader.
Yeah. Good. Okay, fine. Right, let's lob in this bad boy. What power supply is in this thing? Oh, it's a 550. It'll be all right.
Yeah.
Shit. XFX. Damn it.
I mean, separately, this is why I bitch about the Montec cases.
Yeah. Hold on. We can make this work.
You can. However, you do have to bend out this bit just here. Last time I did this to a Montec case.
I think I can Tetris this in. I'm losing faith in this rapidly.
Yeah.
Like, there's physically enough room for it. It's just a question of getting it in there. Oh, I think if I take the CPU fan off, this is getting excessive, but like I'm doing it for the memes now.
The level of wiggling required.
Yeah.
Oh dear. So does this mean that Apple RAM upgrade prices look affordable now?
Oh, savage.
Amazon.
Ooh.
I'm not signed into Amazon.
Oh.
Hey, he did it.
See? Perfectly reasonable case. And that looks kind of badass in there. Look at that. You know, that's kind of cool. Right. Everyone prepare your pigtail cables remarks now. This I would not recommend this power supply combo with this. Yeah, this is a 550 watt power supply.
It's fine.
Yeah, I would not sell this card with this PC. However, it will function. Right, are we actually in? Yes.
Oh, that is not how you spell any of those words.
Damn, that does not look like it's in. Oh, there we go. I thought something was wrong there. I was like, are you sure though?
Right. Where's the correct keyboard and mouse gone?
We'll be throttling at 550. Yeah, we should be okay. Like this graphics card is a 6800 non-XT. That's what, like
fine.
270, 280 watts, maybe 300. So yeah, 300 plus 100 for the CPU, 400. We've still got 150 spare.
Link.
Yeah. Like, again, I would not sell this combination, but it'll work.
Double check. Bench cam.
Right. Am I going to do a clean install? Let's just boot it up and see what it does first. There is an install of Windows on here.
I'm not sure how OpenCore Mac install will help on a functionally Windows machine.
Clean ME, bro.
Installing updates. Now downloading the updates to install them. Thank you, Discord.
SE. Alright, this thing is RAM training at the moment. Also, I need to figure... I should have done that before we shut it down, but I need to figure out which direction the BIOS selector switch needs to be in as well.
Dog.
It's really annoying when the BIOS selector switch doesn't have any marking showing which one's the performance profile.
What? Oh, for the graphics card.
Yeah. Another power cycle.
Amazon. Sign in.
6800 has 250 watt draw flat out. Yeah.
Amazon.
Single line is that. Okay, yeah, so yes, yes, the 8-pin connector is rated for 150 watts, but the reality is any power supply that isn't some shitbox tin garbage thing will quite happily do 300 watts down one of those cables. Otherwise, everything would be exploding. Like, that's just observable fact that they are clearly good for more than that. So, yeah. Okay, right.
Nope.
What do we have on here? Downloads. I've got a BIOS update and that's it. Pain. Okay. Also, though, like, the computer is running. Like, we're not stuttering right now. Like, on the previous one, it was just stuttering off the get-go. So, yeah. I have a suspicion we've already got our answer here, is that it's working. Windows Update, are you getting me a driver? I don't care if it's an old driver, just anything will do for now. Right, you're not doing anything. Okay, I'm going to quickly download, let's get some software. AMD.com.
You'll do.
What are you doing, just out of interest?
Buying that RAM kit.
Oh. Which one, the 64 gig kit?
Yeah, the 4x16.
Really?
Yeah.
Did someone actually have stock then? I haven't been oh.
No, but purely because it's half decent value.
Yeah, if it shows up, I guess, yeah.
And it's a case of it can just sit ordered on a credit card.
Sure, yeah. If you're willing to do that, yeah, I would. If you're willing to do that, I'll buy it off you at a later date. Right, yes, give me that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see what actually happens. Oh, that doesn't seem atrocious.
Open downloads page, there we go. All right. Right, that's downloading the drivers so we can actually just make sure. In the meantime, I think I'm going to go and unbox that other graphics card. I think I owe an eBay seller an apology.
That doesn't seem garbage.
But on the other hand, it does mean that I've got two of these 6800s now, and they are kind of good bang for buck mid-range cards. So, sure.
Products, storage. 1 terabyte. How much is 1 terabyte? 60-ish. Okay. 71 pound for the WD Black SN 7100, 1 terabyte.
71, 1 terabyte, did you say?
Yeah, which doesn't seem awful because cheap 1 terabyte drives are 62 pound.
Yeah.
So, and it's a Gen 5 drive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if you're in the market for a Gen 5 drive, Yes. Sorry. Da-dee-dee.
The Power Color Fighter is actually a fighter, it seems. Because it's back again.
What specs? I don't know, Kurt. Specs of what? Was it the RAM? Whoop. It is something. Show me what I've ordered. Like the actual product. There you go. Corsair Vengeance 64 gig kit. So 4x16, 6,200 mega transfer, CL32 something.
Right.
Interestingly, it's not an Expo kit.
No, I don't care about any of that. Defaults, yeah, let's do the factory reset. And we'll do minimal install because I don't want the junk.
Can I interest you in a Nepo G Hyper H1 mini PC?
Wow.
Some of these names, man.
The problem with those mini PCs is there's just no support for them anywhere.
Yeah.
Why did I open Google again? Oh yeah, I need GPU Z. That's right, I said Z. Download. Ah, my drivers. I clicked on the download button and everything started flickering.
Facecam.
Turn on Windows Backup. How about you shut the hell up? Launch. Don't keep software up to date. There we go.
Bum, bum, bum. Okay.
All right. That is launched.
I'm buying a 4-stick combo because it's specifically 16 gig modules, so you can split it into two 32 gig kits. And given the state of the world, if it arrives,
yeah. So yeah,
if it arrives quickly, it's worth splitting because it makes it £132 for a 32 gig kit, which is
right now
on par.
Yeah, right now is completely reasonable. So yeah, like, this is a very interesting thing, is that these 4 module kits up to this point would have been wholly undesirable, but right now they might actually be the smart buy, is to buy 4 module 64 gig kits and split them. So yeah, it's not something I thought of. Lots of people at the moment are going, oh, I guess I'll get a 64 gig kit and just go overkill, so, you know, or people who are going, I guess I'll buy one 16 gig stick and upgrade later on, which is just,
yeah.
You know, like, if you're out of options, fine, but like, God, I hate that, you know.
Yeah.
Cool, right, this looks good.
Yeah, and it's done Gem 4 by 16.
Yeah, so it's worth noting that last week there was a certain point where the card just came good and started working. So yeah. Right, how do we make this do a thing again so I don't have to get...
do what thing?
This has got a built-in stress test, right?
There is a little render test on it somewhere, and I can't remember.
Camera,
Yeah.
screenshot, refresh.
I genuinely can't remember.
Yeah, look up. Because everyone was screaming at me.
Click the little question mark next to the PCIe bus interface.
And then start render test. Yeah, there we go. Could not... God damn it. Yeah, go on then. Clean install of Windows, so it has nothing. It does not the DirectX have.
It does not DirectX 9 or .NET.2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I still run tests like Heaven and Superposition, like, because when you install those, it's going to install anything it needs, so you know it's not going to do any of this, you know?
Yeah.
And like, this is going to take the same amount of time as installing Heaven would, assuming I had Heaven on a flash drive, which I do, but whatever. But still, you know.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
Yes. I wanted to go for 96 gig in two 48 gig modules, but yeah, that was kind of my plan. I was considering that, but yeah, not overly viable. What's DDR4 pricing doing? Like new DDR4 pricing? Memory untick compatibility filter.
Yeah, that's another depressing option for
DDR4.
people right now, is if people are strapped for cash, is building a like 12400F PC with a DDR4 motherboard. And like, that's another really depressing option, but also kind of viable.
Sure, but it will also be half the speed of a 7500F and the same price.
Yeah.
So why would you bother?
Okay, yeah, that's true, I suppose. I don't know, I kind of hoped that the price on that stuff would have come down by now. But yeah.
Well, it's like, or it's, 20% cheaper for half the performance.
Yeah. But then, well, that's the thing, is just, that may be, but if you're having to pay £200 plus for DDR5 RAM kits, suddenly it's changed. And like, absolutely, it's not a good value proposition, but if it's the only option available to you, it's either that or you just don't build a PC for a year. What are you going to do, you know?
The first in-stock 2-module RAM kit for DDR4 is £95.
Sorry, say that again.
The first
in-stock
one listed as being in stock, if it is in stock or not, no idea, but listed as in stock is £95.
Oh yeah, for a 32 gig kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. For DDR4, that's a bit depressing because, I mean, what have DDR4 prices been doing? Have they actually gone up? Because I've got no concept of how much DDR4 costs right now. Because, like, for the past 6 months, I've basically been of the mindset of, I do not care about DDR4, you know?
Yeah, no idea. There just isn't price history on that.
Yeah, that's been going up as well. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I would imagine it's been going up a lot.
Yeah.
And also the delivery times.
Done.
The delivery times are still pushing out to end of January, beginning February.
Yes, again, just people giving a price but not stock.
Yeah.
It's like graphics cards all over again, where people are like, oh yeah, we're selling this graphics card at this very reasonable looking price. And like, delivery time is like months. I'm like, so you don't actually have it then, do you?
Yeah.
You know, if I buy it, you're hoping that you can source it. And people who think they're going to be able to source it clearly don't actually know what's going on in the world. Oh my god, why is this taking so long? I could have just installed Heaven by now. I'm getting my SSD out of my pocket and looking for a cable to plug it in.
Is the CPU throttled to like 400 megahertz?
I don't think so. I don't see why it would be. No, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just because of how slow the progress bar was moving, I was like...
It's just the Windows feature installer, I think. Because it gets it through Windows Update is just balls slow. So, yeah. Okay, you might need to restart.
So, DDR4 off of eBay hasn't gone up in price that much yet. There still seems to be a supply of DDR4 on eBay. Because, like, there's a kit here that's a 32... oh, no, it's a 16 gig kit. Two 8 gig modules.
All right, just for reference as well, folks, this render test that GPU-Z runs is garbage. Like, it does apply a load to the graphics card, but it is not maxing the graphics card at all.
No,
So
it's a render test to get you off of 2D clocks.
Yeah. The reason why I'm doing this is just I had a lot of people bitching at me when I was testing graphics cards last week. A lot of people were bitching at me for running Heaven instead of just using the one built into GPU-Z. And
I'm like, yeah, the GPU-Z one is functionally designed to wake up the PCIe link.
Yeah, exactly.
And get you into 3D clocks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. This is not a good test of the graphics card. It has woken it up, and we have established that the card is fine because we're hitting over 100 watts. We're not sitting at like 30 to 40, which is the broken stage. So I guess it is serving its purpose to that point.
Yeah,
but
it is doing exactly as intended.
This does not prove that the graphics card is not faulty, though, which is my gripe there. Like hell, we're not even hitting peak boost clocks, so I can't even tell whether we're on. Actually, no, I can tell if we're on boost one or not. Right, that's 1815. I'm just going to check what BIOS we're on. Then I'm going to start swapping things around again. So I'm going to switch BIOS and I'm going to reset. Everyone remember the number 1815? Hot smell. And the song of coil wine.
There you go. What do I think of the Asus X870E-E? No idea. Don't know what that is.
Yeah, probably pretty good.
Asus. Oh my god.
That'll be the Strix.
Asus X870E-E. How horrifyingly expensive is this board? Amazon says, Overclocker says, Amazon says £400. Overclocker says £400.
It's not bad. That's about what I'd expect, and the Strix is always a nice board. So yeah, I think you'll find the I/O on it is quite nice.
Oh yeah, that looks alright.
Alright, so
it has a PCIe 5x16 safe slot.
Wow.
Oh god, it's got 5 M.2s.
That's a bit excessive. Okay, and it's still 1815. Oh. Oh, I didn't look at the boost number. God damn it. I knew I should have screenshotted it. I looked at the base clock, not the boost clock, because I'm a tomfool. Back we go again.
Do you want to save?
I have saved it, yeah. The modern screenshot app automatically saves it to the screenshots folder now.
Okay.
Which is really nice. Too much money for mid-range boards. Yeah, I'm still not sold on X670 boards in general, which is why I keep buying B650 boards. I would like something in... There are a couple... That much being said, there are some cheap X870 boards which are like sort of £200, £230, which give you... which are reasonably priced at, 200-ish pounds, but you get like 2 USB 4 ports on the back of them and stuff like that, So they get you out of that, oh my god, why do we still have USB 2 ports on this thing area.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Downloads. Gpzd. Okay, right. I think we're now on the boost one because from my memory, that's the boost clock is now higher. Right. Be gone. No, I don't want to back up screenshots to OneDrive. Okay, right. So on this profile, no, it's the same again. Both these BIOSes it's the same BIOS loaded in both things. Okay. That's a bit meh, because if my memory... Oh, actually, no, Boost 2100, I think that's okay. I think like the default is like 2000 on the 6800 non-XT. So I think 2105 is an overclocked BIOS. Someone will have to confirm that. The same BIOS is in both ones, so it doesn't matter what position the switch is in then. So yeah. Also, this card is working, so functionally I don't care. So right, I'm going to swap the cards out to the one that I accused of being faulty last week, and we'll see what it does. Also, look, it's picked up the new it's picked up the new start menu.
Interesting.
Yeah. Gigabyte X870 gaming Wi-Fi 6, £170. Not bad.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think at that price it's probably going to be like X670 in name only, where you're going to be like, yeah, but the rear I/O is barely better than a B650.
Looks okay.
Right. Also, though, being an I think the difference is between this and I think the I/O on that is fine. Like it's got a stack of 4 USB 2 ports, and then we've got 4 Type A's and 2 Type C's. So that's fine, and it's also Wi-Fi 6, not Wi-Fi 7. But also, because it's an X870, it probably has uprated VRAMs, which means it's not going to fall over with like a 9950X in it. Where the B650 boards apparently start struggling if you put like the 16-core chips in them.
It's the one, yeah. It's also just got the weird PCIe slot layout.
Yeah, that just seems to be a thing now. Just PCIe is just out of vogue now.
But it's also just the weird layout because to me, and I've no idea if this is possible, but it would make more sense to move the top of the bottom 2 slots up between 2 of the M.2s and then put the M.2s between the slot 2 and slot 3. So if you've got a card that's slightly wider than one slot, it still fits.
Yeah.
Also it has top PCIe slot for the by 16. So all of your M.2s are hidden by GPU.
Oh yeah, all of them are. Yeah, that's a bit lame. Also means that it just can't put a big heatsink on the M.2. And if you're putting in a Gen 5 drive, that's actually going to be a problem.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually that's possibly a deal breaker from my perspective. That if you actually want to put in a big boy Gen 5 SSD, it is not going to have enough cooling on that board. So that's a real shame, actually. I can't believe that they didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
That's actually a problem, in my opinion.
I can't see. Yeah, as JD says, you don't need 5 slot spacing.
Yeah. Cool. Right, that's that in. So now we're onto the card that we decided was crap last week. And if this works first time, no issues, then if this one works first time, no issues, then we're going back to the other computer and wherever the hell I put it, down there, and we're going to try and diagnose and find out why that seems to have problems. So yeah.
Also, based purely on size, it would make sense if you're putting a 6800 in this PC for the fighter to go in this one.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I wouldn't sell that card in it. To be honest, I don't think I would sell this card in. Well, no. What did we decide? It was a 250 watt card. So actually,
something like that.
Yeah. You could run this off of a 550 watt power supply.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to put it in there out the box, but I'll keep it on hand as an optional upgrade because I want to put a £200 graphics card in this PC and then have an option where if the customer is just like, I've got a bit more to spend, is it what happens if I spend another £100? I'm like, I put a slightly bigger graphics card in it.
Yeah.
That's what happens,
Yeah. No, Scotty Doggy comes in with the specs. Apparently the silent mode is 1815 base, 2150 boost, and overclock is 1920 to 2155 boost.
Yeah.
So functionally, it's 5 megahertz different.
Yeah.
On the
However,
actual boost.
also, according to GPU-Z, both BIOSes were identical. So it's possible that someone's messed with that card. But also, though, it was boosting to 2105.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just like I don't think that's not enough of a problem that I care to resolve it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Although there is no display out.
Yeah, there is no display out.
Is the GPU actually all the way in?
I'm going to turn it off.
I'm going to turn it off before I try and...
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely in. It's definitely plugged in.
Do you recommend holding on DDR5? Like, there's no point in buying stuff you don't need. Obviously, that goes for any market at any point. But if you can avoid buying, yeah, of course. Now's a better time than ever to not be buying DDR5 because its price has doubled.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
if you got in just as the prices were spiking, that was a good time to stock up because the prices were spiking, but now the prices have spiked. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a suspicion that I shut it. I think it went into hibernate when I hit shutdown, and it got pissy because the graphics card got changed.
Yeah.
So yeah, a couple of reboots have straightened that out. I'm going to turn that off now, just while I think of it. It's a clean install of Windows, so I absolutely would not have turned off hibernate yet. I'm going to do that now before I forget. Power CFG-H off.
Yeah, capture doesn't work.
Yeah. Don't know.
Which is weird.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry folks. We could do the camera pointed at the screen if we care.
But it was just a statement of more.
Yeah.
The capture is still an issue, which
Yeah.
is odd.
Might just be...
Where actually is the capture card?
It's lodged in the cable tidy.
Yeah.
And
So
you're probably better off crawling under the desk from this side because I've got all those laptops down there, but yeah.
I was just looking to see where the USB went because I was going to pull out one end of it, so it turned off.
Oh, right, yes, yeah. Right, okay, this one seems to have come online just fine. Oh, yeah, that was, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
On the white PC, no, you put a fresh BIOS on it and defaults. Is it worth trying to force? Maybe. Well, we'll have a look at these things when we come back to it because, like, we're now going to go into actual like problem solving where there is a mystery to solve here. We know that the hardware works, or we know that the graphics cards work, and I want to put one of these graphics cards in that computer. So I want to figure out what this problem is. I don't want to sell a computer with custom BIOS settings on it because that's just a recipe for it to come back in a couple of months saying it doesn't work. However, I would do that in the interest of figuring out what the problem is. So yeah. In the meantime, yeah, I think I'm satisfied that this is functional. I'm going to throw heaven at it just for posterity. But it's already come up at the correct speed and whatever, let's just do the validation. Because yeah, the validation was enough, and yeah, there we go. It's just popped over to over 100 watts. It's fine. So yeah. What were you about to say?
Do you have a Gen 4 NVIDIA graphics card?
Not here.
Yeah.
Oh, I see where you're going with that. Yeah. I mean, unless we put in the busted 3060, is that a Gen 4 card? The 3060?
I don't know, that's what I'm literally just looking at.
Because like that 3060 works, it's just the VRAM is buggered.
Oh yeah, it is PCIe 4x16.
Yeah, so we could chuck in the busted 3060 and see what that does.
Yeah.
So yeah. Try having it vertical. We are currently vertical anyway. But yeah, I think they were saying that to cover their backs, but also previous... so just to bring people up to speed, last week in the description, the eBay seller specifically said, you must use this card with a graphics card support. So we all kind of speculated that it was slightly damaged, but worked if you supported it. which is a case of like, okay, so it's broken then, you know. However, it's currently running vertically, and at this point, based on the fact that we reproduced exactly the same fault with a different card, I have no reason to believe that there is a problem with the power color card at this point.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm concerned, the power color is completely exonerated because we reproduced exactly the same fault with a completely different card.
Yeah.
So yeah. Right. This thing is working. This card works, so it's not getting sent back. So yeah. All right. Okay, we're going to shut this down. We're going to put the white computer back up and start troubleshooting in that case. And yeah, let's see what happens. Whoop. Cool. All right. Well, I have two 6800s now. Again, probably not a bad thing because I think I paid like 260 for them. I think something like that, which seems to be the going rate for them. Like that's not a steal, but like that seems to be like the going rate, and that gets you like I don't think you're going to find something else that is that seems to be good bang for buck, based on what else is around. If you find a faster card, it's going to cost faster amounts of money. So yeah. Right. Try card in another PC. Yeah, this is the other PC. We have now tested both cards in another PC, and the problem has vanished. So we have now confirmed that the fault is with the white PC. So now we want to find out what that's all about. It's also worth noting we can check if it's a obscure motherboard issue, because I've got the other PC that I'm going to put the 9070 XT in has the same motherboard that the white one has.
Oh, yeah.
So
okay.
if it's an obscure compatibility issue or a BIOS issue or something like that, we have another motherboard. Right. Cool. All right. I'm going to get this one out the way.
Be gone. Where'd the side panel go?
I think I put it on the rubbish. Yeah, I did.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't on the floor.
Yeah. Nope, I do not put glass panels on the floor. Right. White PC. Okay, well this is kind of interesting. I wasn't expecting us to get into these diagnostics today, but I guess we've got an interesting mystery on our hands, which is content. So yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's pull the 1060 out of that.
I guess we'll start with a fighter just because it's smaller.
Look, I know you don't like XFX, but sometimes size matters.
No. It's the performance.
But bigger. Bigger. Bigger.
Okay.
Bigger. That is some kind. That's a very poorly telegraphed reference that some people will get.
Okay.
Okay, right. I'm just going to put this in cold at the moment, and we're expecting it to not work.
Or to have issues.
Yeah. Based on all previous testing, the fault seems to occur again after a reboot. Even if it comes good, it seems to fall over again after a reboot. So I think we can consistently reproduce the issue. Right, that's plugged in. That's slotted in. Let's just start it up and run it. So same setup as earlier on, so we're expecting it to fail.
Can confirm bigger is bigger.
What's the Gamers Nexus line? Bigger number, better, better, bigger number, bitter, bigger, or something like that, you know? Yeah, okay, we have the fault because we've got a juddering thing. Do you want to point the camera at the thing?
I'm just going to check if capture actually captures.
Good luck, yeah. Oh, we did replug it, I guess, but... See how long that lasts. Right, so... Turns on keyboard.
Yeah. Whack.
Oh, helps if I actually plug in the keyboard. I'll leave it in the other one. I did, yeah. What you could do now is if you right-click on 2...
Oh! That was more than I intended.
I mean, you can zoom out a bit, but...
Yeah. All right.
And then if you right-click on the 2, I think you can update the preset from here. No, okay. In that case, go to the full interface and do just plus on the preset position. And then, and then while I'm opening thing, if you point it down and do the plus again, you can do a pointing down position and pointing up position, and then you'll have the presets to jump between them.
Yes.
All right. GPU Z, start this up, and presumably we're going to see that there's weird PCI Express issues again. There we go. And then now if you go to the minimalized interface, now you can just do 1 and 2. Wah. Oh. Okay, I think there are some old presets there, because those grey boxes I think were broken presets. A software update has broken the presets, so 5 and 6 are the presets then. Alright, anyway. Okay, right, so here we are, and it's buggered. Clearly not working. Sensors, so yeah, and like we can do, let's do the validation then and just confirm that does what we're expecting. Oh my god, I'm just going to run heaven. Not that it matters because it's not going to work, but whatever. Right, that one. Ooh, tabbing out of heaven is really squicky. Be gone. Sensors. Oh, that needs to be over here. Just, oh, it's choppy. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, so what's wrong here? We're massively power limited, the card is stuttering and the memory isn't picking up to speed. We're at Gen 4 type by 16. So what is wrong? What is the actual problem we're experiencing here? And like last week, people were going, oh, look, the fans aren't running. Well, the fans aren't running because the core's at 45 degrees. It doesn't need the fan. Yeah. So the memory clock isn't picking up. So is the memory clock not picking up because there's no load? You know, these are the questions here. What is the root cause of it not actually kicking on to high gear? It's not power throttled because it's just not drawing any power. So the other card did this as well. So, right. So I think... So what do we try next then? I guess we could just do a BIOS reset, start with the basics. It's saying core loads at 100%. Yeah, but that's at 23 megahertz. But also it's stuttery. Like when it switches scenes, you can see the core load crash down and then come back up again. Afterburner to see if you alter the memory speed. Maybe.
I was going to say just random GPU driver issues.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good point. Let's just try a clean install of drivers first. I can't. Oh, it does this in BIOS as well. Like even the Windows loading screen stutters. It can't be a driver issue. However, I am going to try resetting the BIOS. So let's start with that. Let's start with the absolute basics and just reset the BIOS. Power off. Pop out the BIOS battery. Or not. Fine, I'll use the button. That's flashback. Fine, I won't use the button. Where's the BIOS reset jumper? There it is, JC11. That's got to be it. Short. BIOS version of 2, same board comparison. Yeah, so this one I did a BIOS update on, I think. We should double check that when we turn it back on. The other one has not been powered on yet, so that's going to be on whatever the box BIOS was. Okay. Power on. Probably going to RAM train. If we see it RAM training, then we know that the BIOS reset worked. I think that's booted right away, which to me says the BIOS didn't work. Or the BIOS didn't reset, rather. This is why I take the goddamn battery out. Right. Yeah, no, the BIOS didn't reset. And we're still slow. You can see it drawing frames, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay, right. The BIOS reset didn't work, so I'm going to yeah, just for posterity. Like, yeah, you can see it drawing frames.
Yeah.
Gross. Okay, right. So I did cut main power. I am now going to take that battery out. I'm going to crowbar it out. It didn't want to come out easily, so I'm going to have to pry it out. Oh, and the graphics card is in the way, and everything is ruined forever. Switch cameras. Oh, this coin cell holder is crap. Oh, am I actually going to have to screwdriver that out? I hate it. I don't like screwdrivering out these batteries. It just feels excessively rough, but come on, get out there, you bastard. Normally you just press the thing back and they pop out, but this one, ugh, there we go. Ugh. I'll just check that the battery actually has a charge in it. Not that that should matter for this, but
yeah.
Yeah, 3 volts, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, true BIOS reset done.
Have you tried different system memory?
No. Yeah, faulty RAM. That's going to suck. I really hope it's not RAM, but
Wow.
yeah.
It's not going to suck for you.
Well, yeah, I've got multiple kits, so yeah.
It's going to suck for the person doing the warranty.
They'd just have to refund me, wouldn't they?
Don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Like if I send this back, they're just going to be like, "Yeah, here's your 90 quid back."
Maybe.
And I'm going to be like, "Oh."
Yeah. Why DDR4 is so expensive now? Because nothing modern uses it, so production is being reduced. And
yeah, that's RAM training.
Because production is being reduced, the price will maintain and effectively increase. Because DDR5 supply is all being used up, people are doing more with DDR4, and with the no new production, yeah, DDR4 price will go up. Yeah.
Okay, we are posting. What the hell is that? DRAM and VGA at the same time. Okay. maybe it is crap RAM, but like, I've never seen bad memory present like this before.
I would, yeah, like the way I've seen it somewhat like this is obviously where you're in a game or something, the game is stuttering because it's trying not to crash.
Okay, VGA and boot. You gonna go? You're saying you're gonna go? Slows down the delete spam. Almost feels like it's posting at a crawl.
Yeah. Also, secondarily, if you check that the CPU isn't at 110 Celsius.
No, but...
Like that the cooler's mounted properly. That the bit of plastic's not still on there.
I can't believe I would not have spotted that in BIOS at any point, but...
Yeah.
These are things that we should check, though, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to reset it. VGA, boot.
I don't think it's...
It's not happy, is it? Yeah.
It's not... At this point, it's certainly not the graphics card, as in the physical card, that is an issue. Because it's on two different graphics cards. Both of those graphics cards in another computer work fine.
Yeah.
But it is something about these cards that has an issue, because the 1060 works fine.
There's a term for this, and I can't remember what it is, but it's to paraphrase it, it's a combinational fault, where no single component has failed, but that specific combination of the components doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, okay.
Pull the power, take out that GPU.
Yeah. Should we put the 1060 in there just so there is just...
You've got motherboard out, so just do it on the motherboard out to get it to post.
It's got a 7500F in it.
Oh, right. Oh,
so yeah, we need our graphics card, but also the fault doesn't occur. Well, we haven't seen the fault occur with the 1060. So, but yeah, let's at this point let's entertain the idea that the graphics issues are the symptom and not the fault. Therefore, it doesn't matter what card is in it. So we'll just stick this in it. Yeah. Let's put that in there.
Have we got another PCI Express slot?
Yeah, but it's a 1X.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, a 4X, and it's too low, so we can't move the card down.
Okay.
But yeah, if we suspect the slot is faulty, like again, we could get the other PC that's got the same motherboard in it, and just to see if it's to see if we can go down that route. Right, that felt like it posted a lot faster. I think monitor still hasn't woken up though. Yeah, it's really pissed off now. I think we're going to swap the RAM out next. I just kind of wanted to get it posting so I could at least throw memtest at it and just see if memtest flipped out. But yeah.
Yeah.
The CPU is crap, then the X16 slot is crap. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Bald. Let us never speak of this again. Was it plugged into the other graphics card? HDMI might not have been plugged in. And by might not have been plugged in, the HDMI wasn't plugged in. anyway. Okay, well, let's see where we're at, because if we get this far, we're going to go back to the graphics card anyway, so yeah. That much being said, okay, there we go. Right, we have a Windows screen.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'll do now is I'm just going to reboot it into BIOS, and we're going to check what BIOS version we've got, and just sanity check that the CPU isn't on fire. Then I'm going to just quickly throw 30 seconds of memtest at it, just to see if it just suddenly just goes wall of red. I'm not expecting it to do that, but whatever, yeah. It is an AliExpress 7500F, yes, and I haven't had a faulty one yet. So if it did turn out to be a CPU fault, this would be the first. Right, the CPU is at 30 degrees, so no, the CPU is not on fire. So yeah, we don't have that problem. And I'm just going to quickly take a picture of the BIOS version, just so I've got a mental note of that.
Yeah.
Alright. So yeah, our core temperature is fine. Obviously it would have come down when there's no load, but it's not going to come down that fast. If we had a mounting issue, I would expect to see the CPU sitting at like 50 or 60 degrees in BIOS.
Yeah.
That's how you know you've got a mounting problem. So yeah. Right, we're not in Expo. Also, actually, I think it was in XMP. I think I might have clicked XMP on it.
I mean, it ultimately doesn't make that much of a
No,
difference.
that it would be wild if that was the cause. But yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, because we had the issue after you reset the BIOS, so it was in neither.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, right. So firstly, so yeah, JD is saying like, oh, set PCIe to Gen 4. First of all, what I'm going to do is now we've actually got a clean BIOS reset and it's not upset. The computer is happy. I'm going to just turn it off, put the 6800 back in, and turn it on again.
Yeah.
And we're just going to just like because I hecked up with the HDMI cable and we had a very weird BIOS reset. I'm just going to reproduce the fault again, just to make sure that we're not all going insane. It's a lot of back and forth, but because we want to, we need to figure out what this actually is. So I'm changing things one at a time and gathering data just to make sure that we don't jump any steps. That was a hot plug, but it'll be okay.
There you go.
There's the
It's
stutter.
actually posted.
Yeah, it did post though. Yeah, so yeah, it's behaving, but we got stutter. I'm going to quickly grab memtest. That is Gigi the cat. Right, and double checking. Like I can see from the mouse that it's not working, but like just a sanity check. Right, yeah, Gen 4 X16, we're boosting. However, yeah, it ain't working, Chief.
Yeah.
That render test isn't going to work, so I'm not going to bother. And also, I'm just going to double... yeah, no, we know it's not a driver issue. However, I'm just going to double check that I actually did install drivers. I think it has a Windows driver on it, so but let's just quickly check what it's actually doing. Yeah, it does have a driver. So, yeah, it could do with a driver install, but the fact that it's doing this in BIOS, we know that this isn't a driver fault. So, so yeah, I'm not gonna stress over that. Cool. Okay, right. I'm gonna throw memtest at it super quick. I'm not expecting to see anything here. But just for my own peace of mind, I just want to check that it doesn't give us a wall of red in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Ba-ba-ba.
Yeah.
Right. I really want to set the fan profile again because those fans are loud. Okay, right. Save and exit, boot override. Oops, there. Bam. All right. Mem test, what are you going to do? Okay. It's not instantly fallen over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm going to give this like until the timer hits a minute. Interesting that the RAM isn't identifying as anything in particular.
Yeah.
But then Clev is not exactly a prestigious brand, so
Yeah.
you know, that might just be how they roll.
Yeah.
I think right while I wait for this, I'm going to go and get the other PC.
The other one that's functionally identical.
Yeah, another motherboard would tell us a lot right now.
Yeah.
We could also lob the 9070 XT in there.
In just here.
Yeah, just put another big boy graphics card in there.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm going to do that first.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I bumped the camera. Before we get this guy up and running, because this doesn't have a power supply in it. So I've got to put a power supply in it first. But yeah, I'm going to quickly let's just move that back a little bit again. Oh, fine. Nope. I'm not helping. I'm
Just
stop.
Whatever you think you're doing,
You're doing
don't.
it wrong. Ooh. Okay, right. Let's put this in it and see what happens. Yeah, because like if the computer has a problem with high power graphics cards or AMD or whatever, then yeah, just delete all of those. Then yeah. This would kind of tell us if this fault is specific to the 6800 or whether it's just big graphics cards in general or perhaps AMD in general, or I don't know.
Oh, wrong way.
What's in the accessories box?
Probably a stand.
It's a Sapphire Pulse. It's not going to be that. It's not going to have that much in it. Oh yeah, it's got a bracket in there.
Yeah.
Which I shall probably not use because it's one of those ones that goes off of the PCI Express slots, and I don't like those. I don't think they're very good. I think they're ugly and ineffective. Bang. Cool. Tasty.
Nice.
I turn this off. I did. Good. As a special treat. Whoop. Ugh. Nearly sent that flying. HDMI. Oh, 3-slot card.
Yeah.
Professional. Gouge a chunk out of the motherboard. Oh, I don't know what happened. Okay. I hate it how some graphics cards, the power connectors are one way up and on some they're the other way up. Now I have to turn all of these wires around.
Yeah. Be nice if there was consistency amongst all of them.
And the answer is that the connectors should, the locking connector should be high, just so it's always accessible. But yeah. All right. All those cards. Yeah, we don't need to take all the peel off yet. Not that it matters, because I'll be unpeeling it when it goes into a computer anyway. But just yeah. Anything else?
Yeah.
We need that. All right. Bam. Right, I'm just going to let it boot up. Need to peel the plastic. Yeah, it's going to go slow with the plastic on there. Right, that does not look like it has problems to me. That looks like it's worked. Which suggests that this fault seems to be exclusive to the 6800 non-XT question mark? What the hell? Like, what is going on here? We've got no drivers, so it doesn't know what to do with it. However, oh, I think it's getting drivers. Doing something. But like, even now, you can see that it's not stuttering.
Yeah.
So yeah, like the camera's at 30 frames a second, but like that's functional. So yeah, did I download the drivers? I thought I downloaded drivers on this one. No, apparently I didn't. Whack.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Either way, like you can it just naked eye alone, it's working.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's working!
It's working!
It's working!
Alright, okay, so... alright, so let's try one of those in the other motherboard then.
So nanny the fuck.
Yeah. I think this is an obscure compatibility issue. So we're going to start getting down to just, like, BIOS versions, maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah. I mean, it can't be graphics card BIOSes because they both have different BIOSes. That one's an XFX, the other's a power color. So, like, it's not the graphics card BIOS, although it could just be the 6800 in general, because obviously they're still based on the same core BIOS per se.
Yeah.
But yeah, right. Bench cam. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. I guess we'll just quickly get the other one powered up. Right, so I did take a picture of the BIOS version that's on here, so when we start up the other one we can check if I actually remembered to update the BIOS on this yet or not. I doubt I did update the BIOS because it was starting to give this problem from the get-go, so I might have not gotten that far. No, I think I did update the BIOS.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because I remember doing it going, I probably shouldn't be doing a BIOS update when the computer isn't running correctly. But I just went YOLO. Maybe this will fix it, you know.
Yeah.
So yes, this has had a BIOS update.
At the same time, why do you care?
True. Yes, but
program may go brrr.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, you don't want to give yourself more work. Ugh. All right, the plot thickens. Oh.
That reminded me of a very bad joke.
Puts enormous handprint onto a case. Right, am I going to fit the power supply No, I'm not going to fit the power supply properly. I'm just going to hot plug something in for now. While I do want to get this built, right now we're kind of just trying to gather data, so... Down there.
What is the other power supply? It's a Corsair RM something.
Yeah, the white computer's got an RM 750E in it.
Okay.
Actually, I think it's a 650E.
Yeah.
I've got a 750E here that I'm going to put in this one. Annoyingly, the 750E I've got is white, which is now making me wonder if I should swap things around and make this the 6800 PC, just so I can put the 750E into the white PC. But who cares what color the power supply is, like, actually? So, yeah. Whatever, it's there. Right. Oh, this has got no CPU in it either. Pain.
Do you have a CPE?
Yes, I have so many CPUs right now, you would not even believe. If you want to buy CPUs, I'm your guy.
Just not RAM, though.
I will not sell you my RAM, no. You want to buy some CPUs?
I will sell you this RAM for £500.
Right. Chat, what should we put in it?
I vote for a 7500F.
Yes, just so we keep things consistent, I guess.
7800X 3D. 9600X. Empty plastic box.
That's a spare one in case I've got to put a CPU in there. Yeah, I've got two 7800X 3Ds. I've got 9600X. There's a 7600X in the retail box as well. So I've got like 3 or 4 different CPUs.
7500X with thermal paste.
Wow. Where's my testing?
7500F.
Where's the test cooler? There it is.
7500F. I don't know where your other 7800X3D is. Is it in a computer?
It's in a retail box.
Ah, cool. Okay.
Yeah, which I may as well take it out the retail box because I'm not going to do anything with the box just to put them all in the thing. But I was just like sort of had no reason to unbox it yet.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, we're just going to YOLO this and just throw this in and see what it does, aren't we?
Yes, that's a 6800.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, we've got no SSD in here. What are we going to get the SSD from the other computer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
I will. Do you want to grab the one out of the black PC because that one's actually got drivers installed? Whoop. You need somewhere to go.
No, I was looking for a screwdriver.
Oh, just yeah. I have put this. You just take this one.
Cool. It was just because you were doing that. I was just like, where is one? And then couldn't spot one.
One and 2. All right. You will actually make a bit of cash selling RAM kit at new prices. Yeah, that is a thing. Do you guys use a test bench? Not really. Yeah, not really, because a lot of the time I need to test stuff that's in a PC. So like, why would I take it all out of the PC to put it on a bench? Yeah, it just doesn't really have a use for me, so. Do you have any non-AliExpress CPUs? Yes, the 9600X is a US market one. Thank you. So, could I have, thank you. So yes, I do have some non-AliExpress CPUs. I can't see a world where that is the problem. I cannot see any possible reason. Unless it is a compatibility issue specifically with the 7500F. But I can't imagine any reason for that. However, we also have an extremely strange situation here, so I'm not gonna...
Yeah, I can't specifically see why it would be one, because the 7500F What's different about it?
It's slightly slower than a 7600.
It has no integrated.
Yeah, no iGPU, slightly slower than a
Slightly
7600.
slower clocks.
Yeah.
Has the same cache. Has all the same PCIe lanes. Yeah, no, I was just trying to think about if it was like with some of the APUs, where obviously they have like half the lanes and different generations and things like that, and I'm just kind of like,
yeah. This is why we like the 7500F. It's the cut down CPU that's not missing anything anyone actually cares about.
yeah,
Right, that CPU is not going to be super happy with that cooling setup, but it's fine.
it's a 7500F.
Yeah.
They don't kick out masses of heat.
No. It's looking for like 100 watt peaks, so.
Yeah.
Which is more than I expected, but yeah. Okay. Power on. Bam. None of the front I/O is plugged in. Bam. I didn't plug in the keyboard. Whoop. I know what I'm doing. Oh, none of the case fans are plugged in, so I was like, that's eerily quiet. After the last one was sitting there going, huh?
Yeah, don't know. There's something very specific about that white computer, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be very telling to see if this one has the same fault. So yeah, we're RAM training at the moment. I think it's just finished RAM training and it's restarting.
What RAM is in this?
The same Clev kit, 6000 CL30.
Oh. Yeah.
Right, we've just hit VGA light. DRAM just came back on. Yeah, we're power cycling again.
Oh yeah, the monitor's just woken up.
VGA fault again and boot. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay, we're in BIOS. So firstly, I'm just going to quickly check the BIOS version. Right. BIOS version 26AMS1M6, 26AMS1I0. So yes, I did do a BIOS update on the other one. So this one's on factory BIOS. Do we have the fault? No, we don't. That's butter smooth. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It is.
Yeah.
So it is that computer.
It is that computer specifically. So I guess we take the motherboard. Oh, well, let's try swapping the CPU.
Yeah. That was going to be my next step.
Yeah, because that covers all the bases of inspecting the CPU and possibly weird CPU or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
This is one of those faults where if you don't have a lot of parts lying around, you are never going to find it. This is just a throw parts at it fault. Wild. It is very fortunate that I'm in the middle of building a bunch of PCs at the moment and I have a lot of parts lying around. So yeah. Yeah, I do not see a world where this is a power supply issue. So yeah, why not downgrade the BIOS on the white one? That, because it was doing it from the beginning, it was doing it on the factory BIOS from the beginning, otherwise I would agree. So we've no reason to believe that it's a BIOS issue, but we might get to that. You know, we may well come around to that. That's not been ruled out yet.
Yeah,
but
basically nothing has actually been ruled out other than the graphics cards.
Yeah.
That it's definitely not the graphics cards that are the fault. They are the symptom.
Yeah.
Because two different graphics cards that work perfectly fine in two other PCs.
Yeah. Get out of there. There we go. Right, I'm going to... we'll take this CPU out specifically because we know this one just worked.
Yeah. And take that RAM kit out as well?
Sure.
Just because we can also swap it into the other machine and be like, it's not the RAM.
Yeah. Like, again, I would love to actually get to the bottom of this, so I'll end. It's not what we're expecting it to be, so it has to be something that we're not expecting it to be. Right.
What's the comment? When you've eliminated all possible solutions, whatever remains, however improbable, is the solution.
Yeah.
Therefore, quantum tunneling llamas from Peru.
Okay, right. White PC coming back. What's the timer on?
The timer's on 2 hours 30.
Oh, wow. Well, we've been on an adventure, folks.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab a chocolate bar in a sec. Okay, right. Right, CPU out?
Yes.
CPU out. Okay. Right, let's have bench cam while I'm doing this.
Bench cam. What?
Hacking.
Who did?
Whom stove?
Yeah, JD said who clever were. Oh, it's Hynix first party. Okay.
Oh, is it? Oh, interesting. Fair enough. I assumed it was one of those like weird fly-by-night companies like that Owlolly or whatever that brand.
Oily.
Or, yeah, that one Owl brand that just suddenly came out with a whole bunch of cheap RAM kits at one point and then disappeared again without a trace.
Yeah.
Right, where's the big boy? I need the big screwdriver.
Big
Screwdriver. I think it might be over here. Oh, there it is.
Excellent. So yes, the issue we have is that in the UEFI or in Windows with a 6800 vanilla, two of them, this machine will stutter. If you take those graphics cards and put them in another computer, they do not stutter. And if you put a different graphics card in this machine, it also does not stutter. Either a 1060 or a 9070 XT.
Yeah.
Are fine. 6800s, two of them, problem.
Whack.
So, yeah.
Absolutely whack. Oh, I've got to take the hacking thing off. Yeah. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay.
Oh, because it covers the arm.
Yeah. Now I've just spring-loaded this cover plate as well. Someone outside is beeping. Ow! Ow, my bones. All right. All right, no bent pins.
Customary shimmy.
Yeah. CPU looks fine. So yeah, it's got the AliExpress special stamps on it, but you know, never caused me a problem in the past. Okay, so, oh, thank you. Right, so here is another 7500F, which has just worked in another computer. So this is a known good. Right. May as well perch cooler. Right, one of them. One of them.
What SSD is in this?
These are ADATA.
So so this has the same SSD as the black one.
Yes. Same model SSD. Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
different Windows install, but once again,
In UEFI.
yeah.
No, it was purely a case of, is one of the SSDs a Gen 5 SSD by 4, or is one of them a Gen 4 by 2 and the other one a Gen 4 by 4?
Yeah,
I'm just trying to
weird
think of
configuration issues. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of differences.
Yeah.
Because if it happens in UEFI, you're kind of like, the fuck?
Yeah, has to be hardware or firmware.
It has to be properly low level. So yeah.
Right, where has the thing gone? Did I leave it in the back of that one?
Well,
no. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So yes.
Okay. Power.
I hadn't seen you swap heatsink, and sort of the fans and heatsink were there, and I was like, Graham, Graham. Yeah.
Okay, I think this is going to RAM train because the CPU has changed. It's currently sitting on the CPU and DRAM lights.
I'd expect it to, because it's a different memory controller.
Yeah.
Which case is this white one? Is this a 3000?
Frames 3000, yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Right, we're cycling. VGA. DRAM.
Oh, monitor just flashed.
I feel like it's doing that thing again where it's just going to take a really long, where it's just going to crawl through post.
Yeah.
Because it did this after we did the BIOS reset. It just crawled through RAM training. It did go through it. It just took an unreasonable amount of time.
Yeah, VGA is definitely in.
All right, we're power cycling again.
Sorry, HDMI even.
VGA, boot. Okay, that wasn't awful. It's not quite as quick as it could be, so jury's out at the moment. All right, and our survey says no fault.
Hold on, shimmy onto the exit menu and make the thing. Yeah, there you go.
That's fine. Okay, no fault found. Okay, right.
Interesting.
Maybe CPU then.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna Control Delete and let it boot into Windows.
Yeah.
So we boot into Windows and we actually hit it with a load. Then put that CPU in. Do we put that CPU back in and reproduce, or do we put that CPU in the other motherboard and see if the fault follows it?
Just put it in the other motherboard.
Yeah. Put it in the other motherboard and see if the fault follows it.
Yeah.
XMP on. That's not something I care about right now.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Camera, please.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. And there you go. It works. And the card is pulling 170 watts.
Yeah, and the memory clock's up.
Yeah.
Which is the main giveaway, isn't
Cool.
it?
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. The power draw is what I've mainly been focusing on, but the memory clock is another giveaway. The memory doesn't boost.
Yeah.
So yeah. Cool. We're not maxing. We're not hitting big power draws at the moment because we're doing like 400 FPS.
Yeah.
So we need to increase the resolution to actually pull more load, but that's irrelevant right now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Quit. Yeah, that bit. And then when that quits, just go back to CPU Z and see what the memory clock goes down to. Yeah, interesting. It's going to a different memory clock
Oh,
anyway.
then it just dropped down to 2 megahertz. So it does,
yeah, because
it does
that's
idle,
the
though, yeah.
idling.
Yeah.
But it's going to 192 and it was going to 186 last time. I'm not saying that's
Yeah.
their fault, but just interesting. The behavior is definitely different.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, either way, the problem is resolved. Okay, cool.
Whack.
I'm going to get a chocolate bar because I need some sugar.
Yeah.
And also I need to pee. So, you know, just because you all needed to know that as well.
Don't do them.
Yeah, not in that specific order.
Excellent. Lovely.
And then we're going to put that CPU in the other motherboard and see if the fault follows it. So, yeah. Right, I'll be back in a mo. I'm taking off my microphone, which is muted, so I can put it down without blowing everyone's eardrums out.
Right. Shut down. Do 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 do. Shut down. Damn it, JD. Good heavens. Right. Oh, excuse me. Right. Oh. IQ oot. Okay. So, my God, we've ended up with so many bits on this table. This is ridiculous. Are you screwed in? Yes. Okay. You can come over here. Over here. You can go over there. JD, if you're buying, I'll take one. Otherwise, no. However, I did get a new watch all the same. Shuffle, 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 shuffle.
Jesus. We're getting a bit penned in here, folks. Oh, fancy. What's that? Other than a watch.
Pixel Watch 4.
Ah. Very well. Would you like a blue ribboned, or a Kit Kat original, or a Kit Kat dark?
Blue ribboned.
Enjoy your wafer.
Thank you. A blue rye band.
Yeah, see, I've always thought it's blue ribbon, but is that how you spell ribbon? Am I Mandelaing myself? Or is it just not a blue ribbon? Is it just actually called a blue ribboned? What?
I meant.
What is this chocolate bar?
I also actually meant to say blue Ray band, and just messed up my own mispronunciation. You say that, JD. I was really looking at getting the new Apple Watch Ultra.
Leaning over. Building a PC one-handed while trying not to sprinkle chocolate into it.
These are my chocolate sprinkles.
The professional thing to do would be to put Cheeto dust in there, but, you know.
Ah, there, RAM. I was about to say, where's the RAM?
So we're both in there. Okay.
Oh, I thought I was going to be getting messages of hate from JD just because I got a string of vibrations in my pocket. this? CPU. CPU fan.
How did the B580 video do for views? Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, it is slightly above average and seemed to be fairly well received. Yeah, the video had some imperfections in it, and it had some things that I forgot to test that I wish I had tested and things like that. But I kind of knew it would, and I kind of wanted to just get it done. It was one of those videos where, like, it took me an extra week over what I anticipated, because I had to get like B-roll footage and stuff like that.
It's okay. It puts you in perfect stead for your next XYZ challenge.
Yeah, it was all practice for doing that format, though. Do you need a little bit more thing so I can turn the power supply over, or are you good?
No, all good.
Okay.
I just need to, you know, have dexterity. Go on, get.
Cool. All right. Yes. In terms of payment, hopefully that's coming through a little bit. I've got some FlexiSpot sponsors coming up, and they're not paying. They're paying me in product, not in cash, but that's still some extra stuff that I otherwise wouldn't have. Yeah, there's
as long as it's stuff you want.
Yeah, I've got a couple of other. I've got two other people who I've made. We have agreed on a integration price, and I'm waiting for. We have agreed on a price, and I've said, cool, let's do it. What do you need? Please send me all of your talking points. What do you want me to cover? And I'm waiting for them to get back to me on that. So,
there.
Yeah, fingers crossed there'll be something.
I couldn't see the wood for the trees.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I could not see where the front panel connector was.
Papa Linus. I mean, I'm not going to get around to sending emails, but if Caradog wants to email Linus Tech Tips Sebastian, then whatever.
Hello. It's me, your long-lost brother.
Yeah, I mean, LTT have said we want to sponsor small creators, but I don't know what their definition of small is, because the problem is I'm nearly at 200,000 subs, but like, am I still small?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. We're currently on the VGA lights. Oh, the fan just changed speed, so it's about to boot.
I do
DRAM
not have
again.
studio on there.
Oh, Joe Marma with the $50. Hello, y'all. You got to do what you got to do. Rock on, gentlemen. Thanks a lot, man. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And Lead Farmer, thanks for the $5 as well. No effort November. Yeah.
CPU has changed.
Oh, I just saw some really choppy frames just then. Yeah, it's the CPU. It's doing it. Hold on.
It's at the top of the screen.
Oh, yeah. Ugh. Live reaction cam.
Ugh!
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
No, don't like that.
Okay,
don't like that at all.
So it's the CPU, but only with a 6800 in it. So do I just leave it in the computer that doesn't have a 6800 in it?
No.
What do we do now?
We take this out, and we put the 9070 back in, and we prove that it's not there.
Sure.
And then we leave it in there.
Yeah.
We have to prove it's not there first.
Yeah.
Before we roger a 9070 XT PC.
Yeah. Wild.
That makes absolutely no sense.
Yeah, I mean, my only... we've discovered that it's the CPU, but also just why only with a 6800?
Yeah. I could understand if it was with Gen 4 GPUs.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
That's it. Like, the fact that it seems to work with the 9070 XT in it just completely torpedoes any other theories. Actually, again, the 9070, that's a Gen 4, not a Gen 5, right?
Oh, Oh, I see.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but is the board a Gen 5 board?
Oh, probably not, being a B650, but it might be because it's to the CPU, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, that would be bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, again, the next solution there is we get the busted 3060 out because that's a Gen 4 card and we see what that does. We might be getting somewhere here. We might actually be narrowing this down.
You're a spoon. It's a 3-slot card.
Oh, right,
That's only 2 slots of hole. You need more hole.
And don't drop the screwdriver in like I did. Especially not the big one. Right, hang on a sec. B650 Pro Wi-Fi MSI. I'm typing on the wrong keyboard.
Please type on the correct keyboard.
All right, Pro B650
-S.
-S Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Okay, right. Specifications.
The website is almost as laggy as the UEFI was.
Real. Okay, right. 2x PCIe 16 slot. Yeah, but what is it though? Am I going to need to check the data sheet to find this out? Bride. Or Bry, thank you for the $5 towards the YouTube nonsense. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Yeah, apparently it's a Gen 4 board, according to JD. Looked earlier. Fair enough. Just look further down.
Yeah, up. There.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
No. There.
Oh, yes, PC. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Got there in the end. All right.
Down, up, down, up. Left a bit.
To you, to me. Cool. Right, you're still doing the thing. Yeah. Have you got the +2 on the correct side? Yeah, you have, yeah.
I hadn't changed it.
Yeah.
It was just the fact that
I've been punked by that a couple of times before where I've been struggling with it and I'm like, oh, I've somehow managed to put the +2 on the wrong side of the plug.
There we go. That'll do, that'll do, that'll do. Come on.
Blam. Blender explode. Cool. All right. Can I move that in such a way that we can see the diagnostic LEDs?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they want to come back, but yeah, just so people can watch the lights for whatever that's worth. But yeah. When we see a green light, that means it's posted. White is VGA, so I'm going to start tapping delete in advance because, yeah. That's hanging around on that light for a while. We did test this in the white PC while it had the bad CPU in it, didn't we? Yeah, we did, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, as far as we're concerned, this should work.
Yeah.
Also, though, we're messing this computer around a lot, so we shouldn't really be surprised if it has a sulk now and then, because we're messing it around a lot. So yeah, yeah, it doesn't look like it's mem training to me. Card's in properly. Card's got power. Yeah. HDMI is definitely in. Gonna reset it, I think. Yeah, do you want to jump the reset pins?
Which ones are the reset pins?
Well, now you've turned this off. Oh, no, I was just turn it off and on again, basically. Yeah, just to reboot.
I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, I meant like, yeah, but...
Sorry, I see.
I
I had misunderstood your instruction.
Yeah. Okay, CPU, DRAM off. VGA. CPU fan is changing speed, so it's doing something.
Yeah.
That ain't mem training. That's just not detecting the graphics card, so far as I can tell. Yeah, do you just want to like replug the HDMI cable just for sanity? Like, yeah, that looked fine as well. Yeah, it might be. Yeah, maybe the CPU was just like, yeah. Maybe the fault has evolved.
Yeah.
Should we power it off and throw in the 1060?
Yeah, that's definitely in the slot.
Yeah. Like, as far as we're concerned, that should have worked. But, yeah.
Bizarre.
Yeah. Or we actually, before you take it out, should we just BIOS reset it?
Sure.
Yeah, like, yeah, just going on a vibe here. Is that one being a little bitch as well?
Hard? Approximately, yes.
Yeah, okay, graphics card out, yeah. You see why I was fighting the other one, yeah.
It's like, why? Why are you difficult?
It's clearly that particular...
oh, because it's got the bit of plastic in it. It's got the dumb bit of plastic that stops it going back.
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember how you deal with this without a lot of faffing.
Brutalising it, I think. But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean now. That's wild. But why, though?
I guess it stops it falling out in shipping or
Yeah.
something?
Oh, yeah, there you go. You just pried that out, yeah.
Yeah, I guess that stops it
And
falling out
now
in shipping because then you can do...
Pops out. Cool. Oh, well, today I learned. I didn't know those were a thing.
Oh, yes, yeah. There was one other board that had that. And
I think I've definitely seen those before and not known.
And as I was trying to take out the BIOS battery, it went... And I went, oh, no.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd just broken the slot.
Yeah.
And then put it back in and it functioned normally. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah.
Here was a bit of plastic to make your connector not work.
Just to make sure people were clear, there was a tiny little bit of plastic between the metal contacts that's wedged in there to stop it from being able to come out in shipping. And that's why I was fighting the coin cell holder. So, yeah, I think any time I've seen a weird coin cell holder in the past that has fought me, it probably had one of those in, and I just didn't know it was a thing. Today I learned. Right. Right, throw all of this in and see if it works, I guess.
I was going to say, luckily I haven't had a need to pull my BIOS battery out of my OCF yet.
Okay, right. HDMI cable. Cooler is on. Power. And
the
jumper,
RAM
please.
is in.
Yep.
The RAM is in.
All right. CPU DRAM. Yeah. Okay, right. That's RAM training.
What?
Getting my water. Huh. Oh, come on, we're at 3 hours. Cycling.
Come on.
VGA, boot. There we go. Waiting for the monitor to wake up because it takes ages. There we go. Right.
Hey.
So, do we have a
Hold
fault?
on. Hold on.
Gotta let the people see. All right, and no, we do not have a fault. Smooth. Cool.
Ah!
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Look for like advanced or something that sets the
PCIe settings.
PCIe slot.
PCIe 1 Gen switch.
Yeah, change it to like Gen 3.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Anything else, or just save and exit?
Just that one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Save and exit. We've got a SSD in this, right? We put the other. Yeah. This one. Yeah, this one's got an SSD in it.
And this should still work fine.
Yeah. So.
And then we put the 6800 back in, and then it.
Oh, what, a Gen 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Yeah.
then,
If it works at Gen 3, then I think that will confirm that it's some kind of bizarro PCI Express generation compatibility issue, or sorry, PCI Express generation issue on that CPU.
Yeah.
But the fact, we're at the point where we're free and clear. There's something up with that CPU, but it doesn't do it as long as you don't own a 6800. So,
do you know what you need to do now? You need to get a 6800 XT.
No, I don't.
And put it in here.
I need to go home.
And
I need to stop the stream and go home and get a pizza on the way and just be like, whatever. Yeah, like I want to know what the fault is, but also we have identified that it is the CPU specifically, and it only does it with a 6800. It doesn't do it with another type of graphics card or with the card that I intend to fit to the PC.
Yeah.
So the fact that it doesn't do it with that specific card means that I can sell that CPU and not be concerned.
Yeah.
You know, because like the one fear is that the customer says, I decided to sell that stupid 9070 XT and buy a 6800, and I'm like, no. You know, so yeah, we got two 6800s here. That's what this stemmed from. The 6800 from last week isn't faulty. It was the CPU. I need to send a message to the eBay seller and be like, sorry, because they probably just had a really bad day from some idiot trying to send back the graphics card that they said worked. I was that guy. It's fine.
Yeah, that's all fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so we put it in and we see if it works at Gen 3.
Shut down. Yep.
This is the last test. We find out if the 6800 works at Gen 3.
Yeah, because then we've basically covered the bases off.
Yeah. If it works at Gen 3, then at that point we can say it's having some kind of problem negotiating PCI Express.
Yeah.
I think that seems to be I think that would be our diagnosis at that point.
Yeah.
And it seems to just be some wacky fault that only seems to affect the 6800 specific. I mean, we didn't test the 3060. Have we got time for 2 tests? Yeah. I kind of want to know. It was the CPU. Yes, it sure as heck was.
Yeah.
Cool. As I called it 2 hours ago, don't pretend like you knew what this was, though. Like, this is, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to be that guy, but lucky guess. Like, who could have predicted this? Lucky guess. I mean, it can be the CPU. That whole thing of it's never the CPU unless it was.
Oh, do I actually?
That doesn't really hold up anymore, in all honesty. But yeah.
Yeah.
You've seen weird 7500F issues with XMP, worked with Profile 2, but that's RAM. That's nothing to do with PCI Express negotiation to the graphics card.
We're not even running XMP.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Like, you know, guessing that it was a CPU fault, not unreasonable, but actually guessing the specifics of the fault, no. Lucky guess. It's fine.
Other than the fact that the monitor is not V-synced, what the hell?
No, yeah.
No, it still has the issue. It's just different.
Yeah. Oh, well, oh, and hang on, it might be drivers. It might be shifting drivers. Yeah, it might have been on Microsoft. It might have been on basic display adapter just then.
Let's just close that window. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it was setting up driver. Okay.
Whack. Okay.
All right, so it works at Gen 3 speeds.
Yep.
Okay, right. Last test. We put it back into automatic mode. We drop in the suspicious 3060. That's what I'm calling it now, the suspicious 3060.
Why? Because it's an Asus. And looked more like a 3080.
Yeah, the suspicious Among Us. Okay. Anyway. Right. Put it back at Gen 4 speed. Oh yeah. Oh, we'll get it on the reboot. It shouldn't matter. Okay, so the 6800 doesn't work at Gen 4 speeds. However,
or on auto.
Or on automatic, yeah. Well, we haven't tried forcing Gen 4.
Yeah.
Okay, couple more tests. Because we're at the 3-hour marker, I'm just like, I'm done with this. We have solved this.
Yeah.
But, whoops, we're hot plugging. Yeah, I'm kind of done with this, but also we're really close to actually just explaining the fault now, and I'm like, you know what, we've come this far. So close, yeah. Ba, 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 ba. Is it happening with multiple? No, it is not happening with multiple AliExpress CPUs. This is just
yes.
one CPU. However, yes, this graphics card is not okay. So yeah, this was expected.
Where was it? Advanced, and then
this is the Razer edition. So yeah, I guess we stick it on auto and we see what happens. Yeah. Please rehot RAM, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right. Oh, it's not going to have graphics. Okay. Installing driver. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Still no driver, I don't think. Hang on a sec. But also, like, it's not stuttering. So yeah, it doesn't really matter. Okay, it's oh, I think that's, are you code 10ing? Code 43. Yeah, it's code 43 because this graphics card is muck-fucked.
Help me.
Yeah. However, also
Help me.
This is it is smooth.
It's not at 7 FPS.
Yeah, it is not exhibiting the fault that we're expecting. It's exhibiting some other kind of fault. It's having a crisis. But yeah. However, yeah, this artifacting is 100%. This is a known fault. This is a faulty graphics card.
Yeah.
I expected this. Yes. However, it is not giving us the same fault that the other cards did. Right. So last test, 6800 forced Gen 4 speed.
Yeah.
I'm just going to cut the power because I can't remember if we turned off Hibernate or not. Scotty Doggy, it works with another 7500F. this is a faulty chip of sorts. It just seems to be it's just the fault doesn't seem to be enough to require fixing per se.
Yeah. It seems to be so hyper specific.
Yeah. It is clearly just to do with the way what would be fascinating is if we had a different 6000 series, like a 6700 or a 6800 XT or something like that.
I presume you don't have any of the 66.
No, I don't have anything else in at the moment. Like the reason why these PCs aren't built is that I didn't have graphics cards for them.
Yeah.
And it's only this week that I have gotten graphics cards in. So yeah. The 7500F has the same amount of cache as a 7600. The 7500F is actually a good CPU.
Yeah.
It's the only off-brand one that is actually good. All the rest of the weirdo SKUs have something up with them, but the 7500F is actually the sleeper one. It's not doing it. Are we on auto?
Yep.
It's come good. Okay. We'll never know. Okay. Leave it. Put it on Gen 4 forced anyway, and I'll test it. I'll test it at the weekend. Like I'm gonna come in at some point tomorrow or Monday to get cardboard and stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll just leave this out, and I will try it on that just to get that last answer.
Yeah.
So yeah. Power supply? No, we have reproduced it with this power supply.
Yeah.
So yeah. Do you now have to test all of the AliExpress CPUs next week to check them? No, I'm not going to bother with that.
This is one out of what? 25?
Oh yeah, I don't know how many I've ordered. This is the first one I've had that has done anything unusual, and it is a purely circumstantial fault that we have managed to bypass. The only reason why we've spent 3 hours on it is because we wanted to know what the problem was.
Yeah. This is all fine.
Yeah. If we'd come at this from the perspective of just make it work, we would have been done in half an hour of just throwing parts into the PC. But yeah, because of the nature of the fault, I very specifically wanted to know what the issue was. So yeah.
Yeah. Bizarre. All the
yeah.
same.
Okay. It might just be
properly weird.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the other one in because it's cold.
Yeah, we should.
I'm going to put in the cold card because this card is warm.
I was going to say, yeah, we should do.
Yeah, like we're finished. We're turbo finished, but also we're this close to a conclusion. It would also be nice to know, well, I mean, to be honest, well, also, yeah, because I've got two of these 6800s, actually, yeah, no, one way or the other, I will not allow this CPU to go out with a 6800 in the slot. Just a flat statement.
Well, yeah.
So yeah, because I was going to say like, oh, you know, maybe a customer ends up buying this one but doesn't want the 9070 XT and I end up downgrading it to the other 6800. However, yeah, I will take this CPU out and I will mark this CPU and specifically put it in a computer that's going to have an NVIDIA card in it or something like that, just to ensure that there's no planet where the customer will run into the fault.
Yeah.
However, let's see. Yeah, it's come good. Yeah, it's still good.
Yeah.
So like, maybe the CPU has recovered. Maybe it's a cold start issue with the CPU itself, and now the CPU has warmed up.
Yeah.
Ultimately, yeah, we'll never know until we test the CPU cold, and we don't have time to wait for it to cool down now. So, die. Yeah. When I pop in tomorrow to pick up cardboard and stuff, I'll cold start it and see if it does something weird. It's on auto at the moment, isn't it?
No, it's on set Gen 4.
Oh. Let's quickly try autoing it.
I don't know. There's no particular point right now. Because ultimately we know of at least 2 combinations that work.
Yeah.
This CPU with anything other than 6800s.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all that ultimately matters.
Even if we put it on automatic, if we put it on automatic and the fault occurs again, then we know it's an automatic selection issue. It doesn't tell us any. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
The
answer is
it's to do with it selecting PCI Express generation,
maybe.
Isn't it?
Well,
yeah.
We cannot be that specific. All we can say is there is seemingly an issue with this CPU.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. 7500F and a 9070 XT seems a little imbalanced. Not really. Not really. Once you're on Zen 5 or Zen 4 or 5, games just don't care about CPU until you get up to 5080, 5090 areas.
Yeah.
CPU does not matter in gaming right now, except for certain games that are particularly CPU heavy, or unless you actually have a 5090 or a 4090 or something like that. So right now we are in an era of build glass cannons. So yeah, CPU just doesn't matter. So yeah. All right. Okay, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. That was a wacky stream.
Yes.
But not uninteresting. I'm glad we got to the bottom of it. And I'm glad I now have 2 functional 6800s.
Yes.
Because that means I have graphics cards to sell to people. F to the 7500. Yeah, I guess, but it does work with other cards. Like, I'll still sell that CPU with confidence because, you know, we've checked it to death. It doesn't happen on other cards. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. So, yeah. Next video will be a board repair video because I've got one of them queued up and another one in post-production. Although, actually, yes, it will because I will do the sponsor spots on the real videos, and I have at least... I need to shoot B-roll for it, but I have at least one sponsor lined up. So, yeah. Anyway. Fine. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. I'll see you all next time. If you want to hear more of my dumb voice, I'll be live on Twitch tomorrow with more Silk Song. We are in the end game now, folks. Thank you all for tuning in. Bye for now. Ending stream. Bye.